All right. So let us get a move on. Welcome back to Regiment on the Run. I believe this is session 4. Let's once again go around the table and introduce everyone. Let's start with Becky.
Hello, I'm Becky. I play Terry, the elven bard, the political diplomat of the party.
And I am Shoggy, and I am playing Urt, the dwarf rune engineer behind the horrific soul magic that powers this army.
And I am Zach. I play Zan, Aarakocra monk, mercenary. That's kind of tagging along with the group and trying to keep his people alive.
All right. And let's quickly go over some of the things that happened last time. Not yesterday. It was a freaking 2 weeks ago.
Yester fortnight.
Yeah, I know, right? So, last time around, you guys visited the village of Shellback Stand, which is where the army currently is located. And then, after visiting, you noticed that there was a bit of an ecological disaster making the river overflow. Then, you went along with Ert's horrible idea to go and explore the crystal that was making it happen. It turned out to be suffused with a whole bunch of elemental energies, and thankfully, before Ert slammed it with a hammer, they found the off switch. Unfortunately, there was some wild magic bullshit that ended up hitting all you guys. Hey Zan, how you feeling about spitting out coal every time you get into combat?
It's delicious.
Hmm.
Uh-huh. And then you all returned back to Shellback Stand in order to basically turn in your quest and also get an actual budget. So congratulations, you have 5,000 gold that you are going to be using on things in the future.
Ooh.
Use it well.
Ha! Joke's on
And
you.
that was 5,000 total or 5,000 each?
5,000 total.
Okay.
Well, it's 5,000 for Zan and 0 for everybody else.
Hmm.
Hey, fuck you, man. Anyway, so after arriving back at Shellback Stand, do any of you want to touch on what your characters did in the aftermath?
I'm curious, is Terry still blind?
Terry is still blind, yes. It is
Okay.
incredibly inconvenient.
He has been trying to figure out if anyone can lift this magic off of him because he knows it's magic.
Urt tried rubbing your face against Keighty. It didn't work.
Did Terry let Ert try rubbing his face against Katie?
Good point.
Oh,
I mean, Terry didn't see it coming.
fair enough.
Yeah, the crystal just lands on Terry.
So, any of you want to touch on your Shellback Stand shenanigans, or shall we get straight into things?
Well, it hasn't been addressed yet, but Terry did want Boingo to go apologize to Pat.
Yes, and we will touch on that immediately. Thank you for the reminder. But that's, once we actually are on the map.
Yes.
Well, Bubbles has set up a little makeshift aid camp where everyone is just ripping her off for free stuff.
Well, naturally, that's just bubbles. I can't believe Ert keeps giving her runes.
If Terry could see, he'd put a stop to that.
I Zan makes sure, by the way, because Zan's whole thing that he's been doing is making sure we're good on supplies, getting supplies from the village, and making sure we're ready to move. Zan would make sure that Bubbles doesn't actually give away anything useful, and is only giving away like things that we really don't care about.
Urt has handed over all the cantrips that no one else wants.
That works.
Speaking of humanitarian aid, though, because you guys got some clean cloth, or cloth that you then cleaned, your squadron manpower has gone up. It used to be 60, and now it is 70.
Right.
So, we are going to see some use out of that today, probably. Last things as you guys head on over the bridge and continue your path going forward. Shellback Stand is looking not super great, even though you managed to help them out, because it turns out that when the river started going at a much lower level, a lot of the places that used to have a nice solid foundation, they had that worn away by the water. And with the dropping water level, some buildings got washed into the current. But everyone tells you not to worry about those. Most of the aquatics who lived in them can just find other places to live anyway. It's fine.
Most of the aquatics that lived in them, I mean, the house floated into the water. They can kind of float it back into position.
Yeah, sure, if they have a whole bunch of ropes and pulleys and people willing to haul it.
I mean, they really have no choice.
I like to imagine as the as the water goes down and the old bridge reemerges, it is just completely covered with all the boats everyone has been using to get across.
Oh, absolutely. Like, there were little rafts, and there was this one guy who was just like, I made an entire business out of ferrying people across, and now I'm out of business. Fuck you guys. That guy does not get any sympathy.
That guy probably gets kicked in the shins. I don't know.
So so the whole army files through Shellback Strand with Keighty and everything,
Yep.
and the
And
locals are all just staring at us like, "What the hell?"
yeah, where did they get that big crystal? Can we get one of those? Did they take the lightning stone?
And so Urt has just blown his road through, and ignoring where the road used to go, the road is now going south. Right
Southeast.
there we go. That one.
Does Urt not know his cardinal directions?
No, that's me.
Oh, okay. Shaggy doesn't know his cardinal directions.
So,
Look, I'm looking at the map. It's got a right and a left.
Yeah, east
Yep.
and west. Yep.
speaking of said map, you guys are heading south on your eventual trek towards the region of Frestiva, mostly because they are the people who annoy you the least out of all the political delegations. And as you go, you got some reports on what lay ahead of you. And after considering the idea of dealing with even more druidic bullshit with a forest altar, the party decided they would rather take a chance on the Roaring Wood.
Yes.
And so, with that, we cut over to the camp right before you get into the actual Roaring Wood.
Terry is trying to tell Urt that we're not going to go to the forest altar despite the idea that an altar meaning souls, because the Roaring Wood has giant animals. Giant animals means giant souls.
Urt agrees that the most efficient way we could do things is to go to the forest. You're right. And he says everyone should get their firebolt runes ready. We're just going to take Keighty to the middle, turn her on, and burn it down, right?
Terry is surprised it actually went so well.
Are we burning down the forest? I don't. Probably not. If we're gonna build a road through it. Zan reminds Urt that it'd be really hard to build a road through a burning forest.
Yeah. Lots of soil erosion.
Yeah.
And if we leave those trees up, that'll give a little bit of extra morale for any troops that go by. Because it's pretty.
Urt views trees with suspicion. They're where elves come from.
Zan agrees with this notion. Elves are born out of trees, right? No, he doesn't actually think that.
Terry is not amused.
Well, Terry can't see.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he can't hear you.
Well, he can't see all the faces we're making at Terry as we talk about elves.
You can't see the faces Canny is making.
As he's screaming die all the time or kill. Which one was it? Is it kill or die?
It was kill.
Kill? Okay.
Also burn.
Also burn. Yeah.
Fortunately, Urt managed to get that voice thing turned off.
Oh, he doesn't speak anymore.
Nope.
Okay.
Just menaces.
Yeah, now it makes whistling tea kettle noises.
Oh, I think that's worse somehow.
The jury is still out.
Yeah, Terry's just like, he's done what all he needs to do to convince everyone to go a certain direction. He's gonna go and try and get things he needs done, which also means calling out for Boingo and Snowblind to help him, because those two seem to be the only ones who will actually help him and not hinder him because he's blind.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that the rest of the party might not really respect Terry for some reason.
I wonder why.
But in either case, Boingo and Snowblind are here in order to make good on their promise to apologize. They've been traveling with the camp, basically getting used to how things work, and trying desperately to avoid Zan, which is very difficult because Zan is very good at spotting them.
True.
So, as you are, getting ready to decamp, Boingo and Snowblind approach the front of the tent, and Snowblind would like to speak, if that's okay, Mr.
Zan is just boring holes through both of them with his eyes right now.
Just remember, Snowblind is a literal child.
Zan's just staring.
Boingo steps forward and asks if they can talk to Terry.
Zan slowly steps to one side.
Terry just sighs. Is just like, help lead me out of here, because I know that he won't stop glaring until you're out of eyesight.
Boingo heads on into the tent,
Mhm.
grabs Terry by the hand, and starts leading him over towards the CRT section.
Does Terry trip on the way out?
No, Boingo
No.
is actually very good at leading the blind.
I was hoping you were gonna make him roll for it. Dang it.
Nope. Mercy for Terry's.
Okay.
So Terry will go with these two.
After the staring contest, Zan coughs up a piece of coal because it was a combat.
Takes the coal and puts it into Canny.
Canny begins making crunching noises.
Does it have teeth?
That's a question now, isn't it?
It's best not to ask.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, so Terry, you head over to the CRT area, and you can hear York and Farron discussing something, and they go quiet when Snowblind and Boingo actually approach. You can hear a little rustle as Pep is apparently ensconced in a little, blanket burrito.
Hmm.
Boingo steps forward and says, hello, Pep? Pep says, hi. And Boingo says, you probably remember us from the whole bandit thing. Pep says, yeah, I remember. Boingo says, sorry about how all that went down. And Pep says, why? Boingo is a bit taken aback by this.
And just Terry just looks to Boingo and goes, and you can't use the fact that you are saying sorry because you think you're going to die as an excuse, because that's not true.
Boingo hesitates for a moment and then says, I'm pretty sure if we didn't apologize, Zan would kill us. And Pep says, yeah, that does sound like him.
You just hear the distance of sharpening sword. You don't know where it's from. You just hear a sharpening sword.
Terry just kind of sighs and just like, they're both young. One is literally a child. They have no idea what the job actually entailed.
Pep just considers this and then says, well, yeah, I pretty much knew that already. I mean, it's not like it was a personal beef that they had with us. They were soldiers. I mean, not even soldiers. It was just a bandit clan, right? They were probably threatening you. Boingo says, yes, but Zan doesn't really seem to accept that as an explanation.
Terry goes, yeah, if I leave Boingo out of my metaphorical sight for more than 2 seconds, I fear he'll actually kill Boingo.
York gives a grunt and says, yeah, sounds like him. Honestly, I fall a little more on Zan's side of this. I mean, I know that there are war alliances and things, but this is a situation where, yeah, Boingo, Snowblind, you did try to kill Pep. Boingo and Snowblind both nod and say, yes, and we're very sorry about that. And York also says, why?
Terry just kind of gives a little sigh, just like, you two will need to think about that. That is what I believe, they're trying to tell you.
York, for his part, just says, is more on my part, like, yes, battlefield things happen. I hold a grudge. I don't like when members of my squad get hurt. But this thing where, battlefield things happen. You not need to say sorry. It's just battle. If you not intend to do it again, that's as good as an apology.
Did York's intelligence score just drop to 5 from 10? Just that, making incomplete sentences.
No, it's just his accent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just the
it.
York's accent that I'm putting on for this episode in particular. I don't know.
Got it. York forgot how to speak incomplete sentences.
He actually just has a full mouth.
Yeah, he's
And
just eating some stuff right now. Don't worry about it.
It's not even food. He's just chewing on a stick.
Gotta keep his tusks sharp. So Pep, for her part, finally discards her little blanket fort
Oh, that's amazing.
and she says, "Look, I know that you guys are trying to make it up to us and all, but like honestly, I'm not really all that broken up about it if you don't intend to stab us again. And as long as that's, water under the bridge, then we can just keep moving. You don't have to keep beating yourself up over this. Zan will do that for you."
I would input that both of them would know that Zan won't actually hurt Boingo unless Boingo does something to like betray and or hurt them again. If that happens, Zan would immediately head off shoulders. But unless that happens, he wouldn't actually hurt them.
Yes, but Pep likes to joke around.
Fair enough.
And also, she did get stabbed. She deserves to have a little fun.
She got shot with 3 arrows. Anyway.
And Terry going, and then while we're here, do any of you know how to get rid of magic? I'm still blind.
Boingo looks over to you and says, I don't think I specialize in that in particular. Snowblind raises a hand and says, I have a sort of specialty in blindness, specifically inflicting it. I guess I could try doing some experiments to see if I could eventually reverse it.
And just Terry going, no, I have a connection if no one else can do it. I just didn't want to use it.
Snowblind gives a sigh, and then Boingo looks back and sees Bubbles looming over their shoulders, apparently.
Terry does not see Bubbles because Terry cannot see.
Boingo explicitly says that Bubbles is approaching for the purposes of informing both of their, blind party members.
Bubbles is here to offer child care services
Oh no.
and re-education. It's a horrible tragedy that these 2 poor lost bandit children have never had the benefit of an Empire education. No, Bubbles does not realize that Boingo is not a child.
Terry says no. He does not even give this a chance. He just says no.
Bubbles is very put out by this antisocial behavior.
Boingo just watches Bubbles go and just says to Terry, "Did she think I was a kid?"
Yes. It's because you're short.
Does Bubbles also think Urt is a kid?
No, Erd has a beard, obviously.
Yes. I forgot about that.
Hell, Bubbles.
When do dwarf beards grow, by the way? What age?
They're typically born with them.
Yep.
I see. Okay. This is more worrisome for Bubbles then. Okay.
So, Snowblind and Boingo are going to lead Terry a little bit away and then ask Terry how he thinks that went.
And Terry, just a little surprising, but better than I expected.
Boingo gives a sigh and says, "Really not sure how to talk to this kind of person. It's kind of weird."
Well, it seems to be for the rest of Zan's team. You can just talk to them. Zan, however, be respectful.
Boingo and Snowblind both confirm they fully intend to be respectful to Zan so that they do not die.
Smart.
But the others, sounds like you can be more like yourself around them. Just don't go around hurting anyone.
Fair enough. So, on that note, Pep is going to make her way over to Zan in order to deliver a report.
Make it my way.
Zan, hey, got a bit of news for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, you know how when York was doing the scouting, he managed to find a bunch of little charms that were tied to trees and whatnot, but no footprints?
Yes.
Well, we think we actually found the source of those interesting charms and whatnot. And you're gonna like this. She waits in order to build suspense. The suspense is not killing you.
I'm waiting with bated breath.
Erd has his notebook out.
Pep says that apparently someone out in the woods has tamed one of the giant animals and is now using it as a mobile base of operations.
Which animal? How big? And where is it at?
Pep says that it appears to be a giant chicken,
Oh boy.
Oh no.
and she can lead you straight to it if you like.
How many people are riding the giant chicken?
Pep says, by all indications, there's only one person there.
This sounds interesting. Giant chicken. Now, is it a full body chicken, or is there anything weird about it, or is it literally just an upsized chicken, or is there anything else strange about this chicken?
Well, aside from being 40 feet tall, it seems fairly normal.
40. Hey, Ert, that sounds like a really, really big rune of turkey leg right there.
just stares at you.
What?
What's chicken?
You know what a turkey is?
It's got a lot of legs, I know that.
It's what? What? It's got Ert. How many legs do you have?
Or just stares at you.
That's a serious question. How many legs do you have?
He digs in his pockets, pulls out a rune. 50 in this one.
How many dwarf legs do you have?
Don't have a rune for that.
I see. Okay. Newsflash: turkeys have 2 legs each.
Urt's just sort of staring at you. He doesn't really get where this is going.
You know how I'm a bird, right? I'm part bird. Yeah.
Urt just has this dawning expression.
Yeah. Turkeys are also birds. They also have 2 legs. Main difference is they don't have 2 arms. They just have the wings and the legs. I have arms, wings, and legs. But most birds only have 2 legs and 2 wings.
At
Okay.
this point, Urt is holding up a turkey leg and comparing it in size to your leg.
It'd be quite a bit smaller. But this is where I'm getting, Bert. This is where I'm getting to. That chicken, that 40-foot tall chicken, okay, that's gonna be at least 60% leg, man. That's gonna be a honkin' flippin' chicken leg. And chicken tastes even better than turkey.
Urt is just very dubious about eating anything that used to be alive. It seems unsanitary.
You're gonna be sucking out the soul juice anyway. It's chill. I'll clean it up for you.
Mm.
You'll like it, I promise.
So, Pep, do we know what the mass is?
Pep gives a shrug and says, I didn't think to calculate its mass. I mean, it was moving just like a normal chicken.
Give me a ballpark here. I need to know how big a pit we need for Wasty.
Whoa.
Pretty big. I would guess you'd need like twice the size in every direction.
We're
Urt
not
just
throwing the
nods.
chicken in the pit. We might throw the bones in there, but we can use the feathers for arrows. Wait, we don't need to do arrows. Dang it. Oh, you magic people.
Are you kidding? You use the bones to make a stock.
Yeah, you used bone marrowed. Oh, you know
Urt is
disgusting.
disgusted by your inefficiency. The most efficient way to do this is to slime it, then harvest the slimes, and then summon turkey legs.
Chicken tastes so much better than turkey. It's like not dry like turkey is. Zan's not gonna let this happen. Zan wants some freaking chicken. Okay. He's getting at least 1 chicken leg for himself and the CRT. Like if the rest wants to go into the pit, sure. But I'm getting at least 1 of those legs, man.
Urt has just realized that Zan is a cannibal.
Chickens are different. It's a different species.
Right.
They don't have. You'll see. They don't have arms.
Well, Pep is going to cut in here and mention that the chicken seems to be trying to roost down on the edge of the wood. And if you wanted to go and take a look at the place and the guy who appears to have harnessed the chicken, she could lead you on a stealthy route so that you wouldn't get spotted from afar.
That
And as
sounds
a
good.
bonus, she could also lead Terry by the hand.
So if someone actually owns the chicken, we are not going to kill the chicken, at least outright.
Says you.
We are going to talk to the person who owns the chicken first, because they might have something even better out there that we could track down. Like imagine a 200-foot tall deer.
Chicken tastes way better than deer.
Venison. Venison is amazing. You shut up.
Venison. Okay, venison is good, but I ain't got nothing on chicken. Okay, Zan will fight you on that.
Erd is surrounded by barbarians.
Uh,
And I'll have you know that only Zara is a barbarian.
yeah, only Zara. Zara's the only barbarian in this camp.
I also find it funny that you've got an elf here. The ones that people think are vegetarians going, what? No, we want the 200-foot tall deer. That is so much meat.
I'd take that too. It's just we'll see. Let's go check it out first. Let's do the little scout.
Yeah, Erd wants to see what a chicken is.
Okay, so
Oh no, this is gonna be the basis of Earth's expectation of chicken.
oh god. So Pep leads you all into the tent and shows you a little bit on the route for the map, and then we change maps.
Okay, is it actually a chicken or is it a chicken house? Now I'm confused.
It is a chicken. This is just
Okay.
the only thing that I had that, to represent a chicken.
Baba Yaga. Got
You
it.
mean it's not a chicken that this person built a house around?
It is sort of a chicken that he built a house around. Okay, so you guys are over in the upper left, and you can see the weird chicken thing that appears to be scratching at the ground, and there is a rather large man sitting on some sort of front stoop and poking at its beak with an odd elongated staff that appears to have a husk of corn on the end.
Define large. You said large man. How large
Uh,
is this large man?
Well, it looks like if he stood up to his full height, he would be about 16 feet tall.
Oh,
Oh man.
so we're talking about like giant.
Yeah, this guy is big. He's honking big.
Does he look like an ogre?
No, in fact, he looks a little bit emaciated, and he's kind of like muttering to himself and then shouting things up at the chicken and jabbing it in the beak some more.
If given a description, would Terry know what this guy is?
Terry, you may go ahead and roll me a history check.
History. Oop. A 10.
It's escaping you right now. You'll have to talk to him and see if you can figure it out, or not, as the need takes you.
All right.
How far away are we right now?
You are not all that far. You're about 40 feet away.
Okay.
Erd would like to report that chickens look nothing like Zach described. Zan is full of it.
Yeah,
Does
especially
Terry
with the big wooden platform hanging beneath its legs.
Terry just kind of mentions to Ert that, like, well, one, it's the animal, not the man. The chicken is the animal.
I like how you have to clarify that.
Erd, you have no idea what's going on. You have to trust what Erd and Zan are saying.
It's got a building built around it, Ert.
Terry just says, correction. I trust what Pep says more than I trusted either of you two.
I don't lie to anybody. Excuse me. So Zan is just sitting here like having a quiet argument with Ert about how, hey, you know how you have the giant goblin that you attach the flippin' pylon to, right? And how the goblin isn't the pylon? Yeah, the chicken isn't the building.
Erd's not buying this because it seems rather odd to build a house around a chicken.
Zan concedes on that point. Fully concedes.
Dan, roll a perception check.
Okay, I will roll a perception check.
The man has spotted us already, hasn't he?
Oh, 7.
Zan, you are currently engaged in a furious argument with Ert. I'm going to roll the guy's perception check.
Do we get to roll a stealth check?
I
No,
think it's just
actually.
our passive.
Okay, so as Ert and Zan are having this argument about what does or does not constitute a chicken, you hear heavy footsteps and a curious.
Terry's just gonna look to Pep, or like look towards where he knows Pep is because they're holding hands and just. He found us, didn't he?
Pep says, "It looks that way. Here, let's go over here."
I've got a passive stealth of 17, dang it.
Unfortunately, you're standing within 5 meters of Erd.
Yes. So, as all this happens, you hear the chicken, wandering over, and you hear the gruff voice of the man on the front stoop, and it says, "On you dumb cup No, we are not going this way. No. And you hear him like reaching up with his little staff, and you hear a couple of clacking noises, and then the chicken bagaki like settles down, and then the house itself settles down to the ground.
So is the house hanging underneath the chicken, or is it built around the chicken?
The house is hanging underneath the chicken.
Okay. And so the guy pulled the chicken away, and he's not looking at us anymore. Yeah.
No, he didn't pull the chicken away. He did something to it, and now it's like settling down to roost, basically.
Okay.
Hey, is Pep telling Terry everything that's going on?
Yes,
Okay.
she is your seeing eye halfling.
Okay.
Terry
So
very much appreciates this.
Zan looks back to Pep and looks back to Terry and says, "If it were up to me, I'd take down the chicken, but it's got somebody's house on it. I'm not that mean. If you want to go and talk to this guy and see if he's hostile, the rest of us will stay back. And if he does anything, we'll hit him with everything we got."
Terry just that sounds like a decent decision. Pep, can you lead me, please?
Pep gives a nod, takes Terry by the hand, and leads him around Urt. And as all this is going on, you hear the man's voice again and says, "Ah, I thought I heard the rolling. Yes, hello, hello. Come and see forward."
Oh no.
It just Terry just being totally blind is just looking towards the direction of the sound and just gives a wave and just like a good day. My name is Terry, and you are.
Guten Tag, Terry. I am, ich bin Klein. Yes, this is Hun. He pokes the little staff up at the chicken, and the chicken gives an annoyed.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. We've heard that you've started living here in this area.
Starting. Oh boy. He leans back a little bit, and you hear a creaking of some sort of chair. And Pep grips your hand a little harder and says, "Terry, he doesn't actually have any legs."
Wait,
And just
he, is he 14 feet tall without legs?
No, if he stood up on actual legs, he would be
Oh,
14
okay.
feet tall.
Okay. I was about to be significantly more worried about this guy than okay, makes more sense.
yeah. Twilight, just Terry is going to just kind of lean down and just whisper back to Pep. It's just like, I am not going to judge anybody by their appearance.
By their lack of legs.
Klein gives a short bark of a laugh and says, "Good is good, yeah, yes. You're here in the roaring wood, yes. You are hunting the big animals or something."
Well, we're looking to pass through and possibly hunt one of the big ones on our way through, if possible.
From behind the bush, Urt yells, "Ask him where to build the road!"
If Zan was close enough to Urt, he'd kick him, but he's not because he moved into the top of the tree.
And Terry goes, and build a road unless you actually own this land and are adamantly against it.
Oh, no, 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 no. I am just living here.
Oh, hi, Ert.
Urt pokes Terry gently. It's like, we don't care if he says no.
Fucking hell, Ert.
I mean, we don't, honestly.
Terry just sighs. I apologize for my dwarven friend. It's a very pained friend.
Klein shakes his head and says, no, no, it's not a problem. It's good, yeah? It's good. Whatever. You're wanting to build the road, yes?
Urt just nods. It's like, yep, build the road, fill the soul gem.
Yeah. You have hunting prowess. Maybe you can do some things with all the animals. Is good thing to do, yes? You'll be Jaegers. You'll be going off and taking down the big animals. But the road is interesting thing because lots of these animals, they are large, but they are also prey animals and scavengers, yes?
Urt stares blankly.
So, giant rabbit.
Giant rabbit, yes, and also giant chicken, giant rat. giant mouse, some sorts of giant plants, and is thing that maybe you'll not realize. You see, the prey animals, the scavengers, one of the things that they really like to do is they like to find even easier prey. Like chickens absolutely love eating grubs and bugs.
Is writing this all down.
Terry just goes, and due to our size, we look like grubs and bugs?
Yes, yes, yeah. This is why I have the flaps over Hoon's eyes, so that when they are down, they cannot see in. It thinks it's night because Hoon is very dumb.
So they're still just about as smart as their normal sized counterparts, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Is very fortunate in many cases. Some animals, you get them to large size, they are very bad. Some animals, you get them to large size, they act just normal. Is fine, you know.
Pokes Terry from behind. Terry, Zan isn't that dumb.
Whoa.
That's because Zan's not a normal animal.
I'm not even an animal.
Zan is an Aarakocra, which is a type of humanoid.
Pep actually grips your hand very slightly. I think it's pronounced Aarakocra.
Aarakocra? I apologize.
Is just stunned by the fact that birds fit into several subgenres.
He's get like zero education as a child. Oh my goodness.
Has never been off the Imperial Island before.
Don't they have books in the Empire?
Look, he got all his information from a stoned elf.
A stoned elf. Oh no.
You never met Ozzy.
Oh boy. Is his last name Osborne?
Was he literally stoned, like made of stone?
No. Ozzy has been in college for 700 years. He is still the same level 1 wizard.
Oh no.
One day you may meet him.
Oh no.
Where do you think all the cantrips come from, Terry?
So, Klein wraps his little staff on the wooden boards that he's sitting on, and says, "Okay, Achtung. You are looking to build road, but you have big problem. Yes, very gross problem. Many problem. One of which is this. See, the thing is, you are building the road. Road is not too dangerous. Many animals, they learn. You stay away from roads. Some animals, they hear a loud noise. They get curious, yes? Maybe there's scraps. Maybe there's leavings."
And Terry's gonna just tell Pep to please wave Zan over because, it's safe.
Zan doesn't want to, but I guess I will.
All right. So Klein looks over to Zan and says, the flying one. Yes. It was good. It's very good.
You're dang straight. I am very good.
Well, yes. You have all these skills. You have the sword. Oh, yes. But I don't suppose you could part with sword or maybe with dagger. Very hungry.
You're eating the dagger or sword?
Yes, there's not much meat in this place. I get such craving.
You eat metal.
Is just suddenly fascinated.
Oh, yes. It is part of this thing that I am. Is hard to remember. Been many years. Ugh. But
Just starts digging through his stuff.
Okay.
It pulls out every single type of metal he can find.
Do you hand them over?
Yeah, hands over his spare hammer.
Oh, your extra hammer?
He's got 2 of them.
Klein takes it, and then looks at it, looks over it, and says, "Oh, yes, it's good quality, good purity." And he runs his hands over it. Notices Klein's left hand. It seems to be missing the parts of the finger beyond the second knuckle. And the parts on the first knuckle seem to have revealed that there is some sort of metal skeleton. Like they're just little metal finger nubs.
So there's no skin past the first knuckle.
Yeah,
and there's not a third. There's nothing past the second knuckle, so he doesn't have fingertips.
yeah, on his left hand. His right hand looks normal.
Okay.
Erd has the magnifying glass out at this point.
So, Klein takes the hammer, and after examining it for a little bit, he takes off a few of the non-metal components, and then he just raises it up to his mouth, and with this horrible, like, metal rending and screeching noise, he literally just takes a bite out of it.
Erd is just giggling. This is amazing. This is science in action. Quick, let's feed him something else. He pulls out the bag of 5,000 gold.
No,
No.
Ert doesn't carry the bag of 5,000 gold. Zan's not that dumb.
Zan, give me the bag of 5,000 gold.
Zan holds Ert back with his hand while Ert is like trying to reach for the gold and says, "Absolutely not, Mr. Klein. How full does that one hammer make you?"
Oh, this is good for, yeah, many years, yes.
Okay, Ert, the metal eating man is full.
Erd's just very disappointed. He wanted to go and try every metal he could find.
Well, if you have more you're giving me, but, is not gold, is scheisse structurally.
Oh, so you don't like eating gold?
No. It's soft metal. It does not do anything good. Just like
I mean,
you imagine having golden bones. Ugh, worst.
oh, so okay, understood. Or what metal was the hammer? Was it like iron or steel?
It was good old Imperial iron.
Iron. Okay.
Okay, Terry now knows that they eat metal. Can Terry make another roll?
Yes, go ahead and make that history check.
I'm assuming Zan has no idea what this guy is.
13.
Okay, you're getting an idea. You've heard of creatures like this. You think that they're called titans, but oddly, as you do this little consulting of your own memory, you see Klein flinch a little bit, as though he's just heard a
Well,
loud
those two
noise.
see Klein.
Terry doesn't see Jack.
Oh yeah, you hear a Klein flinch a little bit.
A ruffling of the fabric.
Yes.
So Terry's gonna pause and just, is something wrong?
It's just no, the rolling sounds. Yes, it is you'll not understand. Is reason I am out here. Yes.
Rolling sounds?
Yes. Is the numbers from 1 to 20? Unless you do something very wrong, and then it is 10,000.
Oh. Oh, he's one of those guys. Okay.
He's been infected with the meta,
Yeah,
It's true.
the metavirus.
he's got metavirus.
Look, you're seeking to do some hunting, some Jägermeisting, yes. Well, I have a couple of things that I can offer is good targets, you see.
Okay.
So it's sort of tradition for in southeast there is a colony of the mushroom people. And the animals of here, they think that they see big mushroom and they think, yes, this is good, tasty snack. And sometimes the mushroom people, they can fight off the hunters, the big animals. And sometimes they are not doing this. The one that causes most problems is especially large Schwein. It's the große Schwein.
Gosha Schwein. Okay.
And just Terry, that's pig.
Yeah, big pig. You could be a big pig too.
Yes.
Erd raises his hand.
Yes, Ert.
We will describe what a pig is later.
Erd puts his hand back down.
I knew it.
Is thing you must watch out for. Yes, is thing because pig is large and pig is also omnivore. Yes, it does not care if it eats plant or if it eats meat, and so it seeks anything that it can eat without fight. Yes,
Is this a male pig or a female pig? Do we know?
is thinking is male.
It has tusks.
Uh, yes, it does.
Okay.
Erd is now imagining York.
I mean, some Japanese depictions of orcs actually have them look more like pigs, to be fair.
Oh yeah, very common in original D&D too.
Yep,
Like Ganondorf.
like Ganon. Yep.
Yeah.
So Klein gives a shrug and says, "Is not really important whether it's male pig or female pig. Is hair pig is just as dangerous as Frau pig. Yes."
I would argue that tusks are more dangerous than no tusks, but sure.
Well, maybe, but you are not on level of getting stabbed with them. You are on level of getting crushed by underfoot is the stompers.
Zan gestures to his two wings.
Well, yes, but even so, you are being smacked, not stabbed.
Okay. How big is this pig compared to your
Oh,
chicken?
is much bigger than chicken. He finds heart of the make big is the magic effect that is why roaring wood is roaring wood.
Erd is suddenly fascinated.
There's a source for the magic? Is there like a physical object, or is it just permeated throughout the woods?
Is zone is place you go. Creature wander in, creature get big, creature wander out. And I am trying to make so that the creatures who wander in do not cause big problem.
Do not cause pig problem.
Erd holds up a hand to have this guy be quiet.
Yeah.
Zan, we've got a
Yes.
lot of soldiers.
Yes.
We've only got one giant.
Correct.
If this wood makes people giant, I mean, you see this guy, right?
Okay, so he was originally giant. And I was actually going to ask that. Mr. Klein, does the magic that makes things big only affect animals, or does it affect people too?
Oh, is affecting people is something have seen remains of, yes? Because many animal wander into magic effects, they grow big, very gross, is very good for them, yes? Others is not going so well. This is not spell that you walk in and you get same effect every time. This is something where maybe you get very large, maybe you get very large, but you are not still as dense.
So it has a chance of backfiring and killing people.
What Erd's getting from this is if we're willing to accept losses,
Zan tells Ert, if you are willing to be the first test subject, we will test it out.
Erd agrees with this immediately.
Hold on a minute. Didn't he mention that there's more than just the pig?
Yes.
Yeah, is many large animals you get deeper and deeper into a roaring wood, yeah? Is whole thing where the largest creatures they live in place where largest things are, largest plants, largest animals, largest prey, and so deeper you go, larger it gets. But you are not going to heart of the roaring wood. No,
No.
it's not good idea.
Especially if now we're building a road. We should build a road around the outskirts of the woods.
Erd's just got this vision in his head where he builds a road right through it. He's not sure what would happen to people going down the road, but it would definitely be scientific.
It would, but we'd have to go back and rebuild all the other roads to make them like 3 times larger so that people could actually fit on the roads.
Oh, yeah, changing the gauge halfway through would be a big no-no.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. that's the problem. Okay, so what I'm getting so far is we build road along outside of the woods, but we gotta go kill this pig guy. Why are we killing the pig guy again? Besides food, I want food. But
Well,
Klein, why did you want us to
Keighty
kill
is
pig?
nearly out of juice, so we're gonna kill something.
Yeah, but Klein, why did you want us to kill the pig again?
There's a big problem for the mushroom folks, and also
Okay.
pig is throwing off ecosystem. You know,
Sure.
It's not normal to have something top of food chain that is so big and powerful. Yes, is causing many problems.
Okay. What will you give us for killing the pig?
Klein thinks on this and says, "Well, you are people who are versed in magic, yes? Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I am Hexavald. I am Witch of Woods. Cannot think of word in your tongue. Is thing that I can do. I have some talent in the magics. If you are needing something that's charged, enchanted, etc., I can provide some small service. May take a few days, but it's how things go.
So you can enchant. Can you cure blindness?
Terry will just raise his hand and go, I had wild magic inflicted upon me, and now I cannot see.
Yes, this is thing I think can be done. May have to change which spells have. May have to do a little brewing. Is fine. I figured it. But
Okay.
you do this for me, and I am making this my arbeit, my job. Yes.
Okay. Zan looks to Terry, looks to Pep, looks to Ert. Hey, you guys chill with killing a giant pig
That's not going to be enough.
to fill the soul juice?
Not even slightly.
Okay.
Yes, yes. Your souls, your creature ratings. Yes, yes. It's not going to be problem because you are looking for path through the wild, the roaring wood. Yes, you are looking for place where you can put down the rope.
Yes.
You are wanting to do scouting. You spot which beasts are going to be problem and mark them in your mind so that you know what to watch out for. If you find good opportunity, maybe you are attacking them right away. But you have Klein gestures into the distance with his little corn staff and says, "You have many, many men. Yes, they are armed."
I'd hope so.
Well, you are finding creatures that may cause problem, and you have people on hand to be solving the problem.
So, are you suggesting that we're going to building the road, we will find enough beasties to cut down to fill our soul juice?
Yeah, is something that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Good to know. Zan turns back to Ert, Pep, and Terry. Sound good enough for you guys?
As long as I can finally see again.
All right, let's go kill a pig.
Warten Sie. Have one last request of you.
It'll be extra.
Yes, yes. I have few things that I can give you for the gold. Yes, but is last request, which is there is one creature that has gone into the large place and has come back and is causing many many problems for Hoon.
Is it a rooster?
No,
Okay.
that would be different kind of problem.
Yes.
This is this is Weasel.
Okay.
Ert
And
raises a hand.
Hoon is bigger, is much grosser, but is Weasel does not give up. It just keeps coming back, and Hoon gets skittish and starting to have trouble keeping sleep even when the flaps are down.
How big is this weasel?
Oh, is only I think is 20 things the foot the feet. Yes.
So it's half as big as your chicken.
Yeah. You'll find it in the woods. If it is not hiding, maybe it is hiding. Is Weasel, is always tricky to get hand on.
Okay, fair enough.
Ert's hand is still up. It's been up this whole time.
Zan side eyes Ert and says, "A weasel is like a snake, but with arms and legs and a lot of fur."
Ert puts his hand down and is just staring in shock.
I will not correct that description. I don't care.
You are finding many, many surprises on this journey, Ert.
To be fair, I think calling a weasel a snake with fur and legs is actually a fairly accurate description.
Yeah, not bad.
Ert is literally picturing a fur-covered crocodile.
That's not a snake.
It's a snake with legs.
It's a lot thicker than a snake, isn't it? A lot wider, flatter.
Yeah, but so's Ert.
I suppose there could be a really fat weasel. It could be a fat.
Yeah, you are concluding on what it is you are doing. Yes,
Yeah. So do you want pig first or weasel first?
is not matter. Is As long as one or other can probably handle other. But if you are wanting the reward, the guild, yes, the gold, then you are taking down both, and I am giving you something extra from personal collection. Many people come here, and not all survive, and sometimes wounds, scratches in dirt, and finds interesting things.
I see. Okay. Um, you guys want to kill the pig first or the weasel first?
Ert thinks that we should send a scout expedition because he
Uh,
doesn't believe for a second there's just a pig and a weasel.
he thinks there are more things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought we were out here as part of the scouting. Were we not?
Well, we got a lot of scouting to do then.
Okay. We can.
A lot of
Yeah.
good Terry's gonna be.
Oh, you'll be fine, Terry.
Terry, what's your L5C? Oh wait.
Nothing.
They're taking the hobbits to wait. No. Okay.
So Ert's standpoint on this is this place sounds horrifically dangerous, and he wants to set up Keighty and start sending out murder squads, but we need to know where to send murder squads. And he does call them murder squads.
Klein, do you know where the pig and the weasel are roughly?
Oh yes, yes. Is thing that I in picking up on. The pig is drawn mostly by the loud noises. Yes.
Okay.
So once you start construction, it's likely the grossest swine is coming to you.
Gotta love the gross swines. Yep.
The weasel, that one is going to be harder find. But if you are not finding it, then it's not end of the world.
Okay. So do you guys want to go look for the weasel first, since it's the hidden one, and then once we find that, we kill it, go back to base, start building road, and draw the pig to us, and then kill the pig?
Yeah, Ert votes we just survey the whole road route and see what we find.
Okay. I'm down. Zan's down.
All right. Now here is a couple of questions for you. You guys have your pylon on for this session, of course.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the question is, are you going to bring it with you on this particular adventure? Because if you want the soul energy to be caught by Keighty, Keighty is going to have to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ert doesn't want to kill anything until Keighty is ready. Ert just wants to scout.
Yeah, we were scouting to see if we could find the weasel, and then if we find the weasel, we pull up Keighty.
Okay.
Yeah, Ert's not going to take an entire army with him to find shit. Those guys are slow. They're humans.
Aren't dwarfs slower than humans?
Maybe not in
Yeah,
fighting.
but dwarfs are much more efficient. It balances out.
Ah, efficient. Okay. That's the word I'd use when describing Ert.
Okay, let me check this real quick. Let's see. And humans.
All I know is I'm faster than all y'all.
No. Character movement wide, dwarfs are definitely slower than humans.
Yeah, by 5 feet, just 5 whole fucking feet.
Yeah, well, I'm a bird monk, so I'm fast. Okay, get
Yeah,
wrecked.
but only in the air.
And on the ground, I have same air speed and ground speed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so with all this established, Pep is going to take Terry and Zan aside for a moment.
Mhm.
Leaving Ert out. Yes, I approve this message.
While all this is happening, Klein is giving Ert a lecture on the importance of biodiversity and also complaining about the fact that there is no fucking accessible metal here.
Ert is just handing him keys that he found.
Klein eats them like he would eat popcorn.
I hope these aren't keys to anything important, Ert.
Hopefully not.
Okay.
So Pep looks to Terry and Zan and says, one of the things that I want to talk about, York was actually having a bit of a discussion with us about, well, we are a mercenary squad, you know?
Yes.
Yes, we are.
And so the CRT was thinking that as a whole, they should start demanding a cut of the budget from the money that you guys made from all the military engagements and whatnot, because well, we are putting our life on the line when we do some of these things, as the previous outing with me demonstrated.
Terry just very, very plainly and honestly states, We currently have a 5,000 gold budget for the entire army.
Yeah, and well, we wouldn't want all that much if you wanted to enlist our help. Like
Mm.
this time, we'd only ask for 50 gold pieces just to see how far that would actually go when we're actually buying things. But I just wanted to offer my personal assistance because, well, Pep looks over to Terry, meaningfully and says, "I think he could use it."
Yeah, you can come along.
All right, then, yeah, this one is going to be on the house, Terry, but for future ones, we are going to have to charge.
All right, I'm hoping I don't have to as often because I'm hoping to get rid of this blindness very quickly.
Zan pats Pep on the shoulder and says, "You just halfling after my own heart. You greedy little bastard. I love you."
Pep gives a grin and says, "Well, hey, if Terry doesn't get a handle on, having my help so soon, he's never going to learn to rely on me and wish I was there."
I mean, we could keep him blind. We could take something else for the reward. It's a good way to make money.
Terry is not amused. Mm.
Pep gives a laugh but says, "No, no, no. We got to have Terry up at full strength. I mean, after all, would you want to leave all the talky stuff to, Ert?"
I
In the
mean,
background, Ert is trying to decide whether to offer Klein an immovable rod as a snack.
Terry also pipes up and goes, or bubbles. Mm.
Pep winces.
Zan concedes.
And she gets a little bit of a bashful look on her face and says, "Besides, I actually do want to pay Terry back for some of the lessons that he's been giving me. He actually, went over to our area of the, CRT encampment, and he's been showing me a few pointers, and, well, I wanted to repay the favor."
Sounds good to me.
Hmm. Terry, just anything to keep my history going.
All right, then let's hit the road, I guess.
Please have Klein roll Constitution. If he beats an 18, he's allowed to eat my immovable rod.
Are you actually feeding him your immovable rod?
I don't know what metal it's made out of.
Was it even made out of metal?
Most immovable rods are actually made out of metal.
Can he eat magic items?
We're about to find out. Go for it, Klein.
Oh yeah, it's an iron rod. Okay.
That's ironic. Get it? Get it?
He nibbles on it, but he eventually concludes that nah, no, 9 is not for me. This one is hurting my teeth.
Ert reclaims the immovable rod and uses it as his secondary weapon.
Yeah, just swing it at someone; it'll do great.
Yep.
Okay, so with that, we're going to transition over to the next map. It's a big one.
Big Bird. I am loving the
Waiting for the load.
names.
Yeah, it's going to take a minute.
Oh, it's vocal. Oh no. I'm not on your side.
Frau from
Auntie. Frau Flaum, yeah. Miss Flame.
Woden Vogel.
Where are we?
Woden Vogel, I think. All the way to the left.
Yes, Bodenvogel.
Boden Vogel.
These are all names provided by Klein, by the way.
Yeah, they're all German.
Girl's house. Girl's mouse.
Close mouse.
Giant.
Gross,
Is that a
gross
hamster
mouse.
or a giant? Or is that just a giant mouse, or is that a hamster?
Be a giant mouse.
It's a mouse.
Garden snake. I love it.
Little fun fact: hamsters actually started out as wild animals,
You got that? All domesticated animals
and
did.
and you can still find
Almost
hamsters in the
all
wild.
hamsters in the US descend from a single family of hamsters that was brought over from Iran in the 1890s.
Hippies in a van.
And they're massively inbred because of it.
What a coincidence. So am I. Oh wait.
And that's why they have so many problems.
Yep.
Okay, so this is the scouting mission. Pep is going to be assisting you guys with a bunch of stealth checks. Pep is also going to be basically nailed to Terry's hip for this entire duration. So, Terry, whenever you want to move, just move Pep along with you.
All right.
Don't see our. Oh no. There's not an easy way to find them. The weasel.
Yes, I hit it! I hit it!
We actually have to guess. Dang it. Okay.
Okay. So our goal here is to establish which enemies we want to fight.
We're trying to find the weasel.
Yes, you have to establish which enemies you want to fight, optionally find the Weasel, and then get an idea of what the strengths and weaknesses of each enemy are so that you might be able to assign a combat team in order to fight them effectively. And I do want to point out that if you assign one of the CRT to lead the combat team, it's going to have a lot better chances, especially if you manage to pair up, their strengths with what the animal's weaknesses are.
All right.
Well, Ert doesn't know shit here.
I'm just imagining Ert seeing the giant bird off in the distance. And it's just like, Ert, that's a bird.
Harry can't see.
No, I'm assuming someone else is doing
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm just sarcastically saying it.
that.
Ert's like, man,
But also, I do want to note, there is a giant bird over here. It is not hard to spot. It's one of the biggest animals. It's also one of the closest to you. It is not flying.
Probably too big to fly.
Yeah, remember what Klein said about all that stuff about density changing when you go through the size changing thing? Some birds, lose the ability to fly when they get big. This does not make them happy.
They are very dense birds in more ways than one.
No, this is a crow. It's very intelligent. It's actually more intelligent than Ert.
You know what? I believe it.
So, let us get a start on all this. If you would like to investigate one of the creatures on the map, go ahead and move your tokens closer to it. I will require you to make stealth checks to avoid notice and, being pecked at. And you may roll perception checks in order to spot what these creatures' behaviors are and what their weaknesses might be. I will say, right off the bat, I do not expect you to fight everything on this map. There are some creatures that will not give a shit when road construction starts.
As in, they just won't care. We can carry on about with our day.
Correct.
I feel like the giant bumblebee would not care. I mean, it's got little boots and a bow tie.
Yes, unfortunately, there was no giant bumblebee that did not have boots and a bow tie, except for the swarm of bumblebees. And I didn't think you
It's
wanted to have that.
I mean, of all of the giant bumblebees that I have seen in real life, all of them have had, boots and a bow tie. So
he seems like a very reasonable bee.
reasonably, second question, do we do any rolling for finding the Weasel, or are we just checking out? Oh no.
I apologize for nothing.
Do we?
But yes, you will be making perception checks, and if you roll pretty high on a perception check, you might spot the weasel's tracks.
This is like, where's Wally? Okay, I got it. Understood. Let's go check out the bird, guys. As an avid bird person myself.
Okay. Zan, go ahead and move your token and roll me a stealth.
Okay. How close do I need to be, by the way, to check it out?
That is fine.
Okay. Stealth.
Just so long as you have an unobstructed line of sight.
26.
Okay, and now
I'm
our
super
perception.
stealth. This is, I roll so poorly on these things that one of these rolls is going to be terrible, I'm sure. Oh, no, another
Also
26.
26.
Nat 20 today.
I got a nat 1 earlier in the first roll, so.
Yeah, it's fine. So, Zan, you notice that the Bodenvogel here, the giant bird, the absolute chonker of a crow, this bird looks rather irritable. It also looks like it is still trying to get used to the idea of having to hop everywhere. It doesn't seem the most stable. So it doesn't seem like, despite this thing's large size and, imposing wings and whatnot, that it's going to be very fast.
Was it, you said it was a crow?
Yes, it is a crow.
Dang, that means it's not good eating. It's a shame.
I
Okay.
mean, not good eating.
Have you ever heard the term eating crow? The saying? It's crow is gross, dude.
Oh dear. Well, then you might have a different thing to use it for afterwards. Speaking of which, Zan, as you are searching around, you do find a set of animal tracks that is leading far towards the south. It appears to be slinking around, ducking behind cover. Weasel tracks, you're fairly sure.
Oh man, I feel like Elmer Fudd at this point. This sounds great. Okay. Weasel Twax. There we go.
Yes, Weasel Twanks. So, you have an idea of the weaknesses of the Bodenvogel. The Bodenvogel is large and can hit very hard, but it is exceptionally awkward and slow.
So hit it from range. Understood. All right. Are the others going to join me, or am I doing this by myself?
Well, if you would like, Terry can go ahead and move and use Pep's perception score and stealth score.
Sure.
Terry, why don't you steer Pep and Ert can just hang out here with Terry?
Oh, that's valid. Terry, what's your stealth like?
Terry's stealth is a +4.
That's not bad. Would you rather stay with Ert and let Pep and I do the scouting, or would you rather come along?
That's a much harder decision.
Because I said Ert.
Ert
Because
is
you
just
said
sitting here
Ert.
with his journal open, writing down everything Zan reports.
Yeah, I have an earring of message, by the way, so I can send you guys reports on what I see without having to come back. And without making any noise, because you don't have to make noise to send a message, right?
No, you do not. So, I just want to point out that this whole hot nonsense, how dare you use Zan as a combat reconnaissance person?
I mean, that's my job. I'm good at it. Well, we're not in combat yet, but
Ert has no desire to go out there. The ground is very uneven.
so that bird can't fly. How tall is the bird?
The bird is about 30 feet tall. It's on the larger side.
Okay. How tall are the trees around here?
There is some drastic variation. Some of them are normal tree size, and some of them look like they're rather young trees that have been artificially, like, enlarged.
Okay.
Like, there are 80-foot high saplings here. It's kind of eerie.
So Zan is going to assuming the rest of the party is okay with this. Like, I don't know. Is anyone coming to catch up with me, or am I going? I'm totally fine going this alone because I'm fast, I fly, and I'm stealthy. I'm chill doing like checking this out and leaving you guys back. But if you guys want to come along, you're free to.
That's up to both you and Terry. Sorry, Ert and Terry.
Ert's not going nowhere. Ert's staying back here and he's making plans based on what Zan describes.
All right. And Terry, here's the question. Do you want to send Pep out in order to be, backup for Zan, or do you want Pep to stay right here and protect you from Ert?
Zan is fine with
Well,
either
I was
decision.
going to ask if Terry went with Pep, would that mean that they can assist each other with a stealth roll?
Yes.
Because I think I'll go with that.
I can fly to the tops of these trees, and most of these creatures can't come get me until I get to the giant bee.
All right. So,
Maybe the frog.
Okay, well, Terry and Pep, off you go.
all right, where are you heading, Terry and Pep?
Hmm. I think I'm gonna have them go. Oh, wait, nope. I don't want Ert. I only want Terry and Pep. There we go.
Nobody wants Ert. Poor Ert.
Tree line for now. Trying to look towards that thing that says time.
Okay. So, you should have access to Pep's sheet right now. It's in the journal.
Okay.
You can go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
And that is with advantage. Because Terry's trying to assist. 18.
And Terry actually managed to assist. We say that the advantage was provided by when Pep stepped on a twig, Terry immediately made some sort of bardic cantrip noise off to the side in order to distract from her. It's the perfect tag team. So, next up, let's have Pep roll a perception. And this is another situation where Terry can give advantage, because even while Pep is trying to see, Terry is kind of forced to be on the hearing end of things.
So I will roll my perception.
Yep.
My perception. Oop. Nope. And then
And then Pep may roll her perception.
13.
Well, hey, it's not a critical failure. Pep reports to Terry that this creature seems to be a shambling mass of vines in the vague form of a creature. And if Pep had to guess, it's some sort of plant or herb. Like, it kind of smells like food.
Huh. And that would give Terry enough for a history or a nature?
Terry may roll a nature.
It's the walking food animal.
Nope. 7.
All right, so Terry's a bit stumped about this one. Not sure what to think of it. And so we're going to cut back over to Zan. Zan, where are you going?
Weasel Twax.
Weasel Twax. Okay, roll me a survival.
Survival. I will survive. It's only a +4, but hey, we'll take it. I got a 7.
All right, Zan, in that case, pick a different monster.
We're not going after the Weasel Twax. Sad day.
You lost Weasel Twax. It turns out they were actually, bee tracks.
What? What?
Most bees don't walk. You don't know what their tracks look like.
You know what? I don't think I'd ever accidentally identify an insect leg or an insect foot as a mammal foot, but that's okay. Zan will start looking at the disgusting large mouse.
Okay.
I know that gross means large in German, but
All right,
I'll
so
tell
the
you
gross
something.
mouse. Go ahead and roll me a stealth in order to sneak up on it, and then a perception to get an impression of what it's doing.
I'm really good at rolling, guys. 22 stealth. 9 perception. Yes. That's with a
Mhm.
+6. That's a natural 3. Second natural 3 of the night.
Okay, do your best 9 out of 20 description of a Grossen mouse.
Yeah.
Okay, so out of 20, this mouse is, big. It seems to be rooting around for things to eat. It's occasionally, looking around as though it's expecting your predator to come at any moment. It's trying to stuff a bunch of food into its cheeks, except that one of these things that it tries to stuff into its cheek is actually just rock, which it then spits out. Yeah, it just seems to be a mouse.
Okay. It's just a big mouse. Got it.
Just a big mouse.
Writes in his journal, big mouse.
Not it's be very careful. It's not a dead mouse. It's a big mouse, not dead mouse. Okay.
True. We don't have techno here. Or is that dubstep? I don't know.
Ert's whole goal is to bring techno to this world. For the record, I have established that Ert knows what 3 animals are for certain.
Oh boy.
no.
He knows what a bat, a frog, and a rat are from his hat of vermin.
Well, he also knows what a giant crow is.
He has heard you describe a giant crow.
Oh, can you not see it from there?
There's a tree in the way.
It's on the ground.
Yeah, there's a tree in the way.
Short person.
All right. So let's go back over to Terry and Pep. So, Terry and Pep, choose a creature to investigate.
How about Auntie?
That was not a terribly hard decision, seeing as it was, the closest uninvestigated creature. All right, let's have a stealth roll from Pep.
20.
Okay, so Pep safely gets you fairly close to the ant. And now, Terry and or Pep may roll perception. Remember that you can give advantage to Pep if you want.
Zan highly recommends doing this because Pep's perception check is pretty good.
It's +4.
Oh, I thought it was higher than that. Doesn't he get proficiency? Oh, never mind.
It's pretty good, but Terry's is also a 3, so it's not that much of a difference. But I'm still gonna give them the advantage. Nat 20.
Okay, Pep notices something about this ant. This ant seems to actively be trying to hunt, and it seems that it's following scent trails and vibrations. This is definitely something that's going to cause problems when you're trying to build the road. However, Pep does notice something about Auntie. Auntie seems to be very easily distracted. For example, when Auntie hears a new noise, Auntie completely forgets about the old noise and starts pursuing the new thing.
How fast is Auntie?
Auntie is actually a lot faster than a human.
Interesting. Okay. Also, how big is this ant?
This ant is about 8 feet tall, except that that's height, and this is a creature that stands on all
Whoa.
six.
So, like, are we talking flipping Elden Ring ants? Have you played Elden Ring?
Oh yeah, this is
Okay.
bigger than an Elden Ring ant.
I hate you. I hate giant insects. Okay. Moving on.
Yeah, it's all hairy and shit.
Yeah, and the eyes and the pincers and the legs and the do you see?
Welcome to your own personal hell. I hope you enjoy.
Do ants even have meat? I mean, it's that big, it has to have meat, something edible on it, but still.
Yes, they do.
It's ant steaks. Ant steaks for fucking days.
I mean, hey, I'll feed it to Ert.
Yeah, just test and see if it's poisonous.
Ert would never eat that.
Okay, so Zan, you have pondered a mouse.
Zan really wants to find the flippin' weasel. Can I do another weasel check?
Yes, roll me a perception.
Not a survival, a perception? Okay.
You got to spot the tracks first.
19.
Okay, you see some more tracks heading southwards. You should be able to follow them with another survival.
Okay, survival check. 14.
Okay, you get a bit of distance over here before you have to call off the hunt again. You're pretty sure it's close in this area. Like, if you spotted its den from here, you should be able to see it and identify it and, figure out where to send the soldiers to go.
Okay.
But of course, you haven't spotted it yet. You're just on its trail.
Um, what would the next step be for me at this point?
The next step is to find something else to do while you're, hindbrain processing the whole weasel problem.
All right, I'm gonna check out the frog.
Okay, that is going to be a stealth and then a perception.
Okay, am I close enough or do I need to move closer?
I'll say you can see from here.
Okay. Stealth check. I'm gonna by the way, if I see it moving towards me, the first thing I'm doing is just flying straight up in the air as fast as I can go, just for the record.
Fair enough.
All right, stealth check. 25. I'm really good on the stealth. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, it means that you're not going to get eaten by a fucking frog.
Don't knock it till you try it or something. I don't know. Perception. 24 perception.
Okay, so when you get up into the air, you see that Frosh, this little frog down here, this is another large-ish creature. This one's actually not as large as a lot of the others. However, it does seem to be making up for that by actively going around hunting. Because, you see, frogs eat insects, and there's a lot of things in this wood that are the size of insects compared to this frog. However, with your perception, you do see that Frosh here seems to be at a bit of a disadvantage, because it's a frog, it's an aquatic creature, and the nearest river is quite a long ways away. You get the impression that it has to go rather far afield in order to hunt. So this thing is very hungry and very much in favor of anything that even looks wet. It is very attracted to that moisture.
Okay, so if we cover Ert in water, we can use him as bait. Understood. Or we
Ert
just
has summoned a frog from his hat of vermin and is looking at it while you describe it.
Fucking hell.
this but large and also really thirsty. And not thirsty for water, just thirsty.
All right. And before we go into the implications of that phrase, Terry and Pep.
I mean, you're the one that said it was looking for anything wet.
It's true. All right, Terry and Pep.
We're gonna try and keep it a little safe, still towards the edge of the animal crowd here, and
Animal
let's look at
kingdom.
the big, the giant moth,
Stealth check.
Rauflam.
That's good.
Okay, and now that perception.
A 17.
Okay, so Pep is able to identify Frau Flaum here. She is a very elegant, proper lady, as you see. And she is also on the hunt for something to eat. But it seems that moths are not particularly picky about what they actually shove into their faces. Frau Flaum just is searching for anything at all that, might be left over from the other scavengers. She might be hunting, she might be looking for something that she could actually kill, but you suspect that Frau Flaum would take any sort of food at this point.
Hmm. So one that's not quite a threat?
Not necessarily. You suspect that Frau Flaum could totally be a problem for everyone, since she's one of the few creatures in this forest that actually seems to be able to fly after being enlarged. She's also very large. Like, if you measured from, tip of the tail to top of the head, she's about 15 feet.
But not outwardly hostile.
Not outwardly hostile, just a bit desperate.
Just inwardly hostile.
Exactly.
It just needs a lot of sugar water.
Okay, and so let's cut back to Zan. Zan, are you still on Weasel Quest?
I'm always on Weasel Quest. We're gonna make a game
Perception.
called Weasel Quest. Sorry, say that again.
Perception.
Perception. 21.
Okay, you've spotted the last of the tracks. You should be able to pin down where the weasel is hiding with just one more survival.
And I'm gonna get a nat one. You ready for this? You ready? You ready? Survival. 11. Not a nat one.
Okay, so you're pretty sure the den is somewhere around here. And you can see the tracks leading up to it, but you haven't actually spotted the weasel. And that makes you think that if you got into that particular area, the weasel might actually just come out and try to ambush you. This has the leanings of a weasel trap.
It's a weaselly weasel. Understood.
All
It's a
right.
wascally weasel.
Wascally weasel. Isn't there a kids program with a weasel?
Did
in
you
it?
really name it that?
Yes, I did.
You actually named it the Wascally Weasel. Oh
Yes.
no. Oh no. Okay, Zan will see this Wascally Weasel's den, the Wascally Weasel Wen. And he will immediately start well he'll be like, okay, found the thing I want, I'm gonna head back, but before I head back, man, look at that snack.
Yes, go ahead and roll that stealth and perception.
Stealth check. Stealth stick check.
Neko.
12.
Okay, roll the perception.
Okay. 19.
Okay, so something that Zan notices about this snake, it's not actually a venomous sort of snake.
It's a garden snake. Those
Yes,
aren't venomous.
and it's coming your direction.
I'm flying straight up in the air.
Okay, you fly straight up in the air. Now, Zan, I want you to go ahead and roll me an animal handling or a wisdom saving throw.
Which one will have the same DCs on both?
Same DCs on both.
Well, they're both the same positive thing for me. Uh-oh. Zan's dead. 8.
No, you are not dead. However, the garden snake seems to be, trying to figure out how to get to you.
Well, he's gonna
It's just like slithering around, eyes up in the air. It's just like, that looks tasty. How do I get it?
I'm gonna step of the wind and dash and do movement speed and go 120 feet straight up into the air.
Okay, you head straight up, and the garden snake is just like, dang it. And then the garden snake seems to get an idea. And the garden snake starts climbing one of the biggest trees to see if it can get a better vantage.
Snakes take a while to climb trees, so Zan's just gonna start heading back to
You're
base.
flying. It's just like, oh yeah, this is a clever idea. Nope, you're gone.
Okay, Zan's gonna fly back to Urt and message Terry and Pep and say, "Hey, I'm done here. I found the weasel and I found a few other things, but I'm ready to come back."
Pep responds that there still seems to be a lot of creatures in this woods that maybe we should get a handle on if we want to, make our way through here with a road.
Yeah. There's still the bee, the frog, the crab, the
Ah, the
mouse,
crab.
the overgrown thingy that Pep and Terry will go to next.
Where's the pig? That's the real question.
The pig will come to us when we make noise, Klein said. So I'm
Right.
not worried about that. I did forget about the crab. I'm specifically avoiding the bee because it's the only other thing around here that can fly besides the moth that we already checked out. So Zan's gonna go to the crab then. But I think it's Pep's turn.
And I'm gonna have Terry and Pep try to look at this shambling, overgrown thingy.
Okay, go ahead and roll a stealth and perception.
It looks really friendly with the skull in there.
Yeah, very friendly. L 26,
Good stealth.
Very good.
16 perception. Well, 19 because we're doing
Advantage. Yep.
advantage.
Okay, so this particular creature, it is grown around the skeleton of well, a very dead animal that was obviously of plus size. This plantish creature does actually seem to be rooted in the ground, though. So it occurs to you that this is not actually a threat to your attempts to build a road. This could actually be an asset if you lured a creature closer, because it would probably fight.
Terry makes note of this, or at least asks Pep to make note of it.
Pep makes note of it, and the way Pep makes note of it is by borrowing Terry's clipboard and sending messages back to Ert. Pep then tells you that, unfortunately, Terry, your handwriting is atrocious. That's cursive!
It's cursive, it's a very elegant hand style, and if you can't read it, then you need to take some lessons in reading
No,
comprehension.
no, I know how to write this is Zach talking. I know how to write cursive, and I'm a teacher. Cursive is still illegible, like for half of the people that write using cursive because it's just not. Some of the shapes are not distinct enough. I hate cursive as a teacher. I hate it.
You remember when your teachers always tried to impose on
Look.
you that, like, oh yeah, you're gonna need cursive for the rest of your life, kiddo.
Yeah, joke's on you.
That lasted for one single grade out of my entire career. For only one grade did cursive matter.
Yep.
Look, when it comes to Terry, you're either going to get his cursive, or you're going to get Elven print, which is just as bad, if not worse, than cursive.
Hey, as long as I don't have to read it.
Ert just declares it to be runes.
Practically. I flipping real life cursive.
And that's how Ert deciphers them.
Real
So,
life
Zan,
cursive. Same thing. Yes, that's me.
which one are you looking at next?
I'm looking at
Crab.
Krabby Kingler.
The crib.
The Alolan Krabby right here, the grass type Krabby.
It's true. Go ahead and roll me that stealth and perception.
All right. Waiting for that nat one to hit me in the face. Here we go. 15 stealth, okay. And 16 perception.
All right, so Zan,
That's me.
you notice that the crab is scavenging around for some forage. Seems to be trying to munch on some very thoroughly dead and rotted animals and whatnot.
Sounds like a crab.
Yep, it's a crab. And as you're looking at this, you actually spot something very shortly beyond the crab. It appears to be a group of mushroom people that are holding a desperate conference in one of the bushes.
Is the crab trying to eat the mushroom people?
Not yet.
Okay.
Oh no.
Zan is secretly thanking his lucky stars that Terry is not here to talk him into saving the stupid mushroom people. Because Zan doesn't give a crap about the mushroom people right now.
But
He's like,
remember, our explicit mission is to help the mushroom people.
by killing a giant pig, and I don't see no pig. I ain't seen no pig. I don't have a Keighty with me to absorb the soul juice. It seems like an absolute waste to kill this crab without getting its soul juice. So I'm just gonna take note. Crab, mushroom people. Maybe the mushroom people will taste good after they're dead. I'm not sure. Add them to the stew. Zan is
hell,
going
Zan?
to report on the crab and not help the mushroom people because I'm not gonna fight this crab right now. I'm alone in the middle of a freaking animal hellscape.
All right, then let's cut over to Terry. Terry and Pep, do you want to make your way around the overgrown stranglevine in order to look at Diretti?
I guess so, because that means Zan has to go look at the bee.
Oh, you jerk.
You didn't want to help the mushrooms. This is revenge.
Yeah, this is where I'm gonna fail my stealth check.
Yes, around the vines. To go look at the rat.
Okay, stealth.
I mean, to be fair, I can't carry the mushroom people, and I can't kill the crab by myself. Well, I mean, I maybe could.
26 and a 21.
Okay, so This one is an interesting case because you'll notice on the little token for Duretti, it is actually wearing a harness. It looks like someone tried to fit this rat as some sort of combat mount, and it looks like it did not work very well.
Oh goodness.
I don't.
So the rat is, of course, snuffling around for food, scavenge, the usual thing. It seems to be trying to weasel its way into tight spaces and whatnot, and just completely running up against its own size. It does not look like it's been large for very long.
You said weasel. He said weasel. Sorry, I'm still triggered by the weasel.
Eh.
Like, all right.
So, just as a refresher on what we have noticed to be potentially like going to attack us as we build road. Frog probably, crow probably, ant almost certainly. But the moth, the snick we're not sure about, the mouse we're not sure about, but the moth and Mr. Time don't seem particularly aggressive, and the crab and rat also don't seem particularly aggressive, right?
The crab and rat, the rat seems to be more focused on searching out interesting things. The crab, you got no idea what the fuck the crab is trying to do.
Even with a 16?
Crab's a
Dang.
crab.
Well, it's a crab! You want to read the body language of a crab?
I mean,
They
yeah.
move sideways and go snip snip.
I mean, this crab is giving me this is, this giving me some good crab legs taste good, vibes is what I'm thinking looking at this guy. But
Oh,
all right.
boy. Okay, so then we get over to Zan. You may go ahead and roll me another stealth and perception if you want to head right over to the bee.
Zan is contemplating whether he can fake looking at the bee or no. He's not scared of the bee. He just doesn't want to get stung. All right. Stealth check. Don't fail me now. 23. Okay, we're in the clear, guys. We're in the clear.
Okay, roll that perception.
23 perception. Good rolls. Zan, I'm proud of you.
Okay, so Hair Bumble. Hair Bumble appears to be one of the largest insects here, although he doesn't appear to be actively hunting anything. He seems to be foraging around more for plants and whatnot, and specifically, he appears to be climbing up trees in order to see if there are any interesting things inside of the trees. Zan notices with his legendary perception that Hair Bumble appears to be attracted a lot to bright lights, interesting colors and whatnot. And Zan reflects that Keighty, unfortunately, is a very bright color, especially while she's working.
Okay. What does he do when he approaches something with bright colors?
He climbs all over it and tries to pollinate it.
Okay, so nothing like overtly hostile or damaging, just trying to mate with the thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Do I feel like that would do anything harmful to Keighty?
You suspect that it would greatly annoy Ert, and it might disrupt building the road a little bit, but it probably wouldn't be a hostile delay.
Okay. Understood. I send all this information back to Ert and say, get ready for a giant bug to make love to your crystal buddy.
Bert has no idea what you're talking about, but he doesn't like it.
You've never heard of the birds and the bees? Hey, because I'm a bird and that's a bee. That's funny.
Eh.
Anyway.
So, Pep and Terry, you may roll me one final perception check, and I will give Terry specifically advantage.
What are they looking for?
You will see.
A 17 for Terry. And 11 for Pep.
Terry hears beyond the rat. There is a
Uh,
rising murmur as the mushroom people are gearing up, and they appear to be trying to give out a little battle cry.
Terry points in the direction to Pep.
Okay, Pep stealth.
Oh, no. If I lose Pep to this, everyone's dying.
19.
Pep is able to come closer and watches as the mushroom people burst out of the foliage and start charging the crab. And the crab, at first, doesn't even really notice that they're trying to kill it. they appear to be trying to strike at it with swords that are made of fungus, and they have about the structural stability that you would expect of that sentence.
Why are they attacking? If they're scared for their lives, why are they attacking the crab?
Who said that they were scared for their lives?
Okay, Zan doesn't feel any guilt at all about any of this. He wasn't feeling guilt before, but now he really doesn't feel any guilt about this.
Well, you said it wasn't that they were scared for their lives. It was just that Klein wanted to help the little guys out.
By killing the pig.
Yes. So, Terry and Pep, you are faced with a decision. You are watching as a bunch of seemingly incredibly incompetent mushroom adventurers try to take down a giant crab, and the giant crab has not really noticed them yet, but soon will, and things are probably going to get bad for these mushroom people at that time.
So what you're saying is Terry has a choice here to either intervene or
Sweet talk
Leave
the
let
them
these
to
crab.
little
it.
guys die.
Yep,
Sweet,
it's up to
sweet
you.
talk the crab. Sweet talk the crab.
Just scare off the mushrooms.
I'm trying to think. What if you said the rat was looking for interesting things?
Yes.
A giant crab is an interesting thing.
Oh no.
All right, Terry, how are you going to pull this off?
Let's see, what do I got here?
We need the soul juice. The fungus will turn into more fungus as they rot. That's how fungus works. It eats on dead bodies.
Yes, it's the orc principle of reproduction.
Yeah, easy.
Let's see. I'm assuming a crab has an intelligence less than 4.
Yes.
Terry would know full well that you don't use mind magic on a crab,
You might have cantrips, though.
but he can use prestidigitation because rats have a really good sense of smell.
Ooh.
So
I'm just
we'll
waiting for the
give
rat to show up and ignore the crab and eat the mushrooms.
not when the crab smells like really delicious rat food. And really delicious rat food is egg. Boiled
Ooh.
egg. Mm.
Really?
Okay,
Today I
Yes.
learned.
Terry.
I used to have pet rats. One of the best treats you could give them was a hard boiled egg.
Steve and Spud agree.
Are they rats?
No, but they love their egg.
Okay, Terry and Pep. Or rather, just Terry in this instance. Roll me either a deception or a perform.
Hmm. Well, they're both the exact same, so. Oop. Can I get an assist?
I
Well,
will
assist would be at
allow Pep
11.
to assist you against all of her better judgment.
Nat 20!
Nat 20. So, the rat perks up at the smell and fucking tackles the crab.
It's okay. Rats could eat crab too. I learned about a lot of things a crab could eat when having them as pets.
So, the crab and the rat are now having a knockdown, drag out fight. You're pretty sure that when you get back here, at least one of them will be dead. And the mushrooms are waving their little weapons in the air, like, "We did it, guys! We done it!"
Quick, retreat!
Yes, actually, they do retreat back behind the bush in order to watch the chaos.
Zan is just back at Urt.
Ur's just holding one of the summoned rats from his hat of vermin and trying to piece this together from what Terry's describing.
Zan is yelling at Pep to bring Terry back right the heck now.
Pep is going to do this. Okay, so let's go ahead and have one last stealth roll for Pep.
All right. Do. A 25.
Okay, and as you go back, Terry and Pep, you notice that there is a very annoyed looking snake hanging from a large tree, which is looking around for something flying, and it does not appear to be finding it.
Oh, did it spot Zan earlier or
Yeah.
It did spot Zan earlier and completely failed to get in range.
something?
I'm fast. I'm a bird. Fast Boyd.
Okay, so Terry and Pep head back to Ert. There is no additional incidents. Ert, how are you doing?
Ert has a very jumbled picture of what the hell is going on out there. He offers Zan a rat.
Zan looks at Ert and says, "This is like the 5th time you've done this. We know it doesn't work. Stop doing it."
Ert has no shame.
No, he does not.
So, now that we are back here, we can do a little bit of planning for how to organize the strike teams. Everyone say hello to all your wonderful CRT folks and your sub-commanders.
Yes.
Okay, so how many soldiers do we need for building the road, and how many do we have for going down hunting?
So, building the road is a relatively automatic process. Even the wounded soldiers can tend to that so long as you don't expect them to also protect Keighty from, imminent threats. So, the general gist of it is that when you assemble your strike teams for attacking all the creatures of the forest, you will not need to worry about how many are left over to defend the crystal.
Okay.
On that note, you have 70 squadron manpower at present, which means that you can assemble 3 strike teams. It will cost a bit of runic energy, but assuming that your squads survive, you will make more than enough energy to cover the cost. So, each squadron is going to be composed of 20 people. And so you are assigned to figure out who is the best to lead each squad against what threat. And remember that if you hire any of the CRT, they are going to cost you 50 gold apiece.
Okay.
So, you go.
Oh, Ert's first thing is, so he's looking at his notes about the ant. And he's like, I have this alchemy jug. I have several of these alchemy jugs, in fact. And they can summon honey.
Ooh.
The
That's
ant
it.
was
That's his whole point.
okay. What does that have to do with the ant that's attracted to movement and sound?
I thought it was attracted to sweet stuff.
I thought that wasn't the ant
Or
the
that's
one
the
that was.
moth, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, the moth was attracted to sweet stuff.
And the moth wasn't going to bug us. The ant was the one that was going to like aggressively go towards whatever tremors it feels or sounds it hears.
Okay, so the ant needs to be dealt with just on principle. Who else needs to be dealt with on principle?
The crow was aggressive but slow. And the frog was aggressive and fast but small. We don't know enough about the mouse to know for sure, and we don't know enough about the sneck to know for sure. The sneck is obviously territorial at least, but we don't know if it'll chase.
Okay, well we can send out what, 3 teams?
Yes.
Yeah, do we go hit the ant? And the pig will show up as soon as we start building the road. So we got to think about that too.
And what about the weasel? Do we want to send soldiers to the weasel, or do we want to try to deal with that ourselves?
Um, Zan kind of wants to deal with it himself just on principle of weasel hunting because it just sounds fun. But
The wascally weasel!
we want to go wascally weasel hunting. What is the point of sending soldiers out to attack them instead of drawing them into the full force while we're building the road? That's my
Well,
question.
the point of sending soldiers out to attack them is that if the soldiers engage with the enemy on their terms, they're going to take a lot fewer losses.
As opposed to a 20 stack force attacking a giant animal will take less losses than a 70 stack force fighting the animal altogether.
If
Yeah,
there's a
because
hell
the
of a lot
animal
of noise and
ambush
whatnot,
and
all the
yank
animals
off
are going to
these
come
soldiers.
and attack at once, and
Okay.
that kind of chaos is going to provoke some friendly fire incidents as everyone panics as enemies are attacking them from every angle.
Is Keighty in range for every fight here now, or do we have to bring Keighty specifically to certain fights to charge?
Keighty is in range for every fight here.
Okay. That's good to know. So the pig will show up when we start building the road, is what Klein said.
Correct.
And the ant will also attack when we start building the road.
So my question or my suggestion, I guess, would be don't start building road yet. Have like the 10 dudes that aren't going to be in the group plus all the wounded stay here, and then we go out and hit the ant, hit the crow, and I guess maybe hit the frog. Maybe
What about the mouse?
we don't know enough about the mouse. We didn't get. I rolled low on the perception check there, so we don't know if it's aggressive or not. We just know it's a mouse and it's stuffing its mouth with food.
Yes.
Okay, why don't we designate 2 targets while the rest of our soldiers stay back with the crystal?
I'd say ant and crow then. Those are the two most aggressive that we saw.
Correct.
Ant's definitely aggressive. So ranged people on the crow since it's slow, and then the other group on the ant.
Okay, so who's going to lead the crow force? Who's the best we got for handling that sort of shit?
I can fly, and I have a bow that shoots 200 feet.
Now, do note that if you are sending a military force off to fight one of these guys, I am not going to have like an entire combat sequence where you participate. It's going to be you assign someone to do it, and then they go off and they do a roll, and it happens.
So we are not actually fighting any
Yeah,
combat.
so Zan, and Terry are all reserved for going to Weasel fight.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
weasel fight and pig fight. But like
Okay.
the thing is that if you assign other combat teams, they're basically going to handle the threat for you and make the combat scenario a lot shorter and less grueling for you particularly.
Okay. Is Pep still attached to Terry?
Pep is offering her assistance to Terry, but she also notes that she is the best skirmisher of the CRT.
Yeah, I was gonna say like Pep could deal with Crow.
If you want to assign her to a squad, then she will be fine with that and will not even cost you any cash.
I say Terry can probably get Boingo to help with the seeing eye stuff. Seeing as Boingo was the seeing eye helper for Snowblind at the
Did
beginning.
Snowblind need seeing eye help? Doesn't Snowblind navigate with all being blind with no issue?
Snowblind can sense the presence of people. That does not mean that Snowblind can sense the presence of, say, a large boulder in his way.
Fair enough.
Yeah, if we had Snowblind leading Terry, it would be the blind leading the blind.
It'd be the Snowblind leading the blind.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Wah,
Um. Okay, so Pep sends a group, or Pep takes a group to fight the crow, and then we send another group to fight the ant. Do we? I'm I'm gonna be honest. As Zach, I'm the kind of guy that tries to not spend resources ever and like wants to hoard all the resources. So somebody else convinced me to not spend to actually spend the resources if we want to send somebody there. I don't know.
Nominates Bubbles to go send after the frog because they share a heritage.
Are we dealing with the ant first?
That does not change Ert's suggestion.
I mean, I'm okay with this just because it might get rid of Bubble. I'm
Yeah,
so mean.
you know that
I'm
if she
so
dies-
mean. If she dies, who cares? I'm the worst. Okay. Shoot.
Yeah, Ert doesn't know anyone here aside from Bubbles and Keighty, so
Terry, do you have any opinions?
Hmm.
York or Zera would be a fine choice, but I don't want to pay. Man, I'm greedy.
It's 50 gold. You have 100 times that.
Dude, you have no idea. I'm greedy. I'm the guy in Skyrim that still has like 3,000 potions left by the time he beats the game.
okay. Let's look at our NPCs on the right here: Ian, Belladon, and Catechus.
All right.
So, are
What
there
are
any
they-
good uses for these guys?
I don't
Well-
know them.
Ian Lortek, he is the guy who basically self-assigned him to look after everyone's equipment.
Yeah.
He is very good at physical objects, and you suspect that he dabbles in crafting, even though he's not, an artificer like Ert. Catechus Temple, he's the guy who has been pushing people to actually try new things with respect to culinary pursuits. He was one of the ones that insisted that everyone try some new spices on their food. He is a decent survivalist. Belladon Ezrin is someone with rather strong independent streak. She doesn't like being bossed around all the time. She is always volunteering for scout assignments and that sort of thing. And she is fairly good at doing the whole, skirmishing thing, even though it's not actually her class.
Okay. Maybe sending Belladon?
To the ant.
What's the ant with a full squadron?
Belladon is up for this.
I don't have anything better. Ert's only real observation here is we should send Catechus after the time elemental.
To gather
It's not on
spices.
your side.
Yeah, I mean he wanted all this spice shit. Go get it, buddy. That's where it comes from.
Honestly, I'm totally down with sending Catechus with the third squadron just to kill time.
Catechus is down for it.
Just to kill time, you say.
That was an intentional, by the way.
I know. We got it.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay. So,
Okay, so let's say we send out 3 forces at the crow, the ant, and the time, and then see what happens next, and do another sortie.
I'm
we
down.
can go that way if you like. I will say that Terry has had relatively little to say so far.
They've been thinking it out pretty thoroughly. I mean,
Terry, do you want to insist that we actually spend money on the CRT because they're mercenaries and they deserve to be paid?
oh, Terry definitely thinks we need to actually employ the CRT, especially because it's only 50 gold a person.
Okay, let's send York, Zara, and Farron out after each of these squads. Zach, assign them.
Zara would go with Pep. Farron would go with Belladon, and York would go with Catechus. Easy.
Yeah, because Terry's thinking is they're on the mainland now, and gold is the standard, and gold is also incredibly freaking easy to come by on the
Oh,
mainland.
Zan is totally down with getting the CRT paid because they're his guys and he loves them. But Zach is a greedy little bitch and doesn't want to spend any money.
Okay,
Remember, you gotta think like Zan.
Oh, I am thinking like Zan. That's why I was so quick to assign people. But man, that's 5,000 gold looking really shiny in my back pocket, yo.
well, let's put Ian and Bubbles in charge of keeping Keighty out of trouble. So we have 3 squads going out, and while they go out, are we going to try to do the Weasel thing?
I'm down for weasel hunting.
Okay. Then we are going to go over the squadron roles. So, first up, we have Pep with Squadron 1, who's going after the Crow. Pep being the best skirmisher, lends her expertise to this, and Zara is going to make sure that not too many people get hurt if things go wrong.
Zara also has a longbow, so he can help with the long range.
Oh yeah, he can. It's just that he does better at up close and personal fighting.
Sure.
Yeah, so anyway, she will get to that in time. Now, in the meantime, let's go ahead and do the roll. It is just 1d20 roll, and we just gotta hope. All right, and so you've assigned the right commander, and you got the right information. All right, so Pep's squad manages to carry off the killing of the bird in pretty good order. There was 1 injury, but that was it.
I also Googled this because I was curious. The whole the eating crow thing and the crow tasting bad is a myth. So crow actually tastes pretty good. So we can eat it.
All right, good to know.
Zan wants the food, man. Zan's hungry. You don't take this from me.
Terry is tired of turkey.
Yeah. Everyone but the Empire soldiers are sick of eating turkey legs. Don't take this from me.
Okay, and
Don't take this from all the non-Imperials.
next up is Squadron 2 with Catechus and York. So these guys, you managed to find out a decent amount about time, and Catechus absolutely is the right person to go and tackle a creature that's seemingly made of herbs. You know, he knows a thing or two about herbs, mostly how they taste in a broth. So morale is very high. All right, let's see how they do. Also 18. They also carry off killing time with only 1 injury.
You know what? I've gotten worse injuries while killing time before, so
I mostly cramped my wrist.
I know, right? And then Farron and Squadron 3, or rather Belladon Ezrin, because Farron isn't bossing her around, thank you so very much. They are going to try and kill Auntie.
You've got this, Auntie. Be smart enough to realize that you're not fit for this and run away.
Oh boy. Well, let's see.
Oh, do you know this? Do you know this ant?
No.
No, I
Okay.
just like ants.
Okay. Okay. Kill it with fire.
Okay. This is on paper the weakest team, but Farron is there in order to help. This time they get 2 injuries, but overall, all of the strike teams went pretty well. The soldiers are pretty proud of themselves.
The ant is down?
The ant is down.
Aw.
Kill it with fire.
Okay, so
Sorry, I just personally really love ants.
I'm so sorry.
we played Elden Ring. You're a heretic.
Yeah, Elden Ring ants are the worst. They can go just screw right off.
I haven't played Elden Ring because I'm a scrub who would never get past the first area.
Okay, so that's all 3 squadrons. Overall, you lost 4 effective manpower in this adventure, but with all the runic energy that you guys have absorbed from all this, you are now at a total of, oh, Jesus Christ. You're at 40 runic energy. You got 12 energy from that.
Nice.
Okay. Net positive.
Yeah, to say the least. Okay, and now, after all that, the squads are going to take a minute, and it is now time for your little group in order to do its thing.
Weasel. Time to go weasel hunting.
So, Kenny, Terry, and Zan, and Boingo. Boingo is not pictured.
Terry has to go with someone at least, because oh god, we have to deal with the weasel and the pig, don't we?
The
Let's
pig.
deal with the weasel, and the pig is going to come once the road actually starts being created.
Yeah. So we don't have to worry about
Okay.
pig yet. We're just going weasel hunting.
Okay, so we know where the weasel is.
Yes. It's to the
Kenny
south.
has been tasked to drag you around, Terry.
The slime.
I was gonna. I thought we
A
were
little
getting Boingo.
homicidal slime is holding you by the hand
Yeah, I thought we called Boingo
and
up.
whispering to you, going, "Kill them all."
Yes.
I thought we grabbed Boingo.
Kill them
Yes.
all.
Boingo is here, just not pictured.
Okay.
Here you go. Kill.
Terry
Okay,
will
Erd is
ask
taking Cammy
Boingo
back.
to take. I was gonna say Terry was gonna ask Boingo to take the slime back to Ert.
Yeah.
Boingo takes the slime and just drops it over Ert's head.
Ert's head disintegrates.
Just a
Nah,
nice little
he covers it
slurping
with
sound.
mineral oil. It keeps the slime off.
He uses the slime for shaving to keep the head silky smooth, you know.
Mm.
Sure.
Yeah, slimes can't dissolve dwarves.
Okay. You wanna test that out next time on Wasty? Just kick you into Wasty.
Yeah, exactly. So let's go weasel fight us. Do you want to just
Yeah.
grab us all and drag us down there?
Sure, go ahead and roll me a stealth check in order to get there on.
All of us?
Yep, each of you.
A stealth check?
Yep, stealth check.
15.
14.
Natural 1, natural 1, natural 1.
18.
Oh, Ert is
Yeah,
the
that's the
stinkiest.
dwarf, the
That's
best.
a +0, by the way. That's a +0 on the Ert.
God damn it.
Erd is the
Alright.
stealthiest one of us without even trying.
Okay, so
I
Ert
rolled a
and
7.
Co. Take the road down, and they get towards the weasel's den, and this is where they know. This is where they know if they go any further, they're going to be hit by that wascally weasel.
Wascally Weasel. So it's in a den. Can Ert, as a dwarf, can he tell like how deep it goes and if it's like one way? Like is it like is this the only entrance or is it a tunnel that goes through somewhere else?
This
he
is
able to-
actually a dwarvish thing. Roll me perception with advantage, Ert.
Zan's asking Ert.
Good question. Perception, right?
Perception with advantage.
1. Okay, 14.
Your best guess is that the weasel's little den only has one exit.
Hey, you should.
is just sitting there like, I have a completely recharged molder through in here. Why don't we
Yeah,
just bury it?
that's exactly what I was about to ask you to do.
Has absolutely no idea that weasels are burrowing animals.
Well, you can collapse it on its head and like it can dig, but it's really hard to dig when your body's pinned under earth. Normally, you're digging when your body's free, not when you're fully encased in earth.
Okay, does anyone have a better idea for engagement than trying to collapse the den?
Well, that'll force it out, and I was gonna be posed ready to hit it with attacks as soon as it comes out of the den. So like I was gonna post up near the entrance to the den. You collapse it, and then it'll come wriggling out, and then we hit it. Was the plan that I had envisioned.
Okay, Terry, are you ready for this?
I mean, he has to be.
Okay, is just gonna stomp up to the entrance of the den with his molder thrown held high.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me an arcane.
Oh, really? Don't even have to stealth up there too?
Well, wait, how far away do you have to be from old Earth?
Good question.
30 feet.
Yeah, it's this rock right here. This one that I'm gonna
Okay,
move Zan
has
around.
rolled an 8.
Oh boy.
Okay, and let's see what the weasel gets to outsmart you. Yes, this is a contested roll.
Is smarter than a weasel?
Probably not.
No.
Not even remotely. Weaseling out of things is what separates us from the animals. Except the
Terry
weasels.
is not surprised.
Zan's a bit disappointed. Oh, Zan wanted to be in the front, by the way. I thought he was in this rock down here.
Erd announces
Yeah,
that he
he
found the
was in this
weasel.
rock. Missed the secondary exit. He only thought there was one exit.
Oh.
Good news, everyone. I found it.
Great.
Bad news, everyone. It gets the surprise round on you.
Good job,
God.
Ert.
No.
Good job, Ert.
Throws canny at it.
Well, no, it gets a surprise
23
round
versus
on us
AC,
first.
Oh boy.
That did not. Does not save on that. So what do I take for damage?
1 moment.
Ouch.
12 damage as the wascally weasel
Well,
comes out of the underbrush and bites the shit out of And now, you must roll me an acrobatics or athletics check.
Okay, we got a 10 and a 12. A 3. Natural 1.
Okay, so is now being held in this thing's mouth. And it is thrashing around trying to bash against the rocks. It is
wonderful.
now time for initiative.
Rolling initiative.
Rest
What was it?
in peace, Terry. Rest in peace. If Terry's not gonna make it.
Oh, you'll
Earth
be
won't
fine,
make it, but
Terry.
neither will Terry.
I got a 19.
Oh boy.
Whoops. I got a 12.
It also got a 12.
How do we do contested initiative?
Who has the higher dexterity? The weasels is 14.
16 for Terry.
Okay, Terry goes first.
Nice.
Has weasels on his face.
Ert needs to
That's
roll
how I knew it was
initiative.
true love, baby.
Good question. Initiative. Where is that on the sheet?
Core stats.
Core stats, strength, con, int, whiz.
To the right of con. So in line with con to the right.
Ah, gotcha.
Just roll that big button that says initiative.
18.
Nice. We all go before Weasel. Does Canny need its own separate initiative?
Nope.
I will, however, decree one thing just for my own personal amusement. Lung Thunk followed you here.
Lunk thunk.
Okay.
He doesn't get in combat. Ertz told him not to.
Yeah, it's just that Keighty can actually tank damage for you guys if necessary. It's not a good idea, but you can.
Okay, so Zan, you go first.
Okay, so I'm too far away to hit this thing with my sword.
How did Terry get a 12.3?
Tied initiative 12 and then faster dexterity.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
Higher dex. So I have to use one of my attack options to move instead. right?
Yep. One
So I'm
action
gonna.
move.
Can I actually? Is there a way? Is flanking a thing?
Flanking is a thing. It gives you advantage on attacks. One moment,
I
please.
was
I gotta
I
look
was
something up.
here. I was here, and I need to see distance. Uh,
You can use a step of the wind if you like, in order to take a dash action as a bonus action.
um,
There's no
but
reason to be stingy with your key.
so instead of, well, it doesn't use. Does it use key? It does use key. No,
A
just using my bonus.
Step of the wind uses 1 key point and your bonus action.
Okay. Um, I think I actually get more damage if I use an action to move and then attack plus bonus action.
Fair enough.
So I have a movement of 40. Can I get into a flanking position like somewhere over here on the Weasel and get advantage on my attacks?
Yes, I will allow this. I will
All
say
right.
though that if you are navigating around the Weasel, it will actually get an attack of opportunity on you if
Well,
you try
so
to take the risk.
I'm trying to move in such a way that I wouldn't incur an attack of opportunity because I wouldn't be. Um, so what's his range? I have 40 move speed, right?
He has a 10-foot range because he's a large creature.
Zan is still in stealth.
Zan, you may in fact roll a stealth check in order to avoid the Weasel's attentions.
Where do I have to be to get flanking? What position do I need to be in to get flanking?
You need to be opposite Terry, so you need to be at one of these squares.
Okay. 30. I'm 5 feet short. Okay. Um.
Roll stealth to cut the corner.
Yeah. Roll stealth to cut corner. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Stealth
Okay,
check.
let's have it.
11. Nope.
Okay, it gets that attack of opportunity on you, but go ahead and place yourself where you like.
Okay.
It crit
I'm
failed its attack, so you're fine.
I
In
am.
fact, because it crit failed its attack, it threw at you.
Zan doesn't bother to catch her. Zan just sidesteps her. Zan. Here's the thing. He chose not to catch her. He knows he could have. He just chose not to.
It's true.
Ert is just sitting up there on the top of the tree going, I blame everyone for this.
All right, Zan, go ahead and make your attacks.
Okay, so I get my first attack with my long sword. Advantage because I'm flanking.
Correct.
22 to hit for 7 damage. I rolled low on the damage there,
Fine.
but since I attacked with my long sword, which is one of my Kensei weapons, I can do as a bonus action. I'm reading this wrong. Okay, yeah, there we go. Now I can do an unarmed strike in the same turn as a bonus action. So I'm going to unarmed strike with my talons, my feet.
Okay.
I'm going to strike at it. 22 to hit for 8 damage.
That is a hit. 8 more damage.
All right, and that was my attack, move, and bonus action. So that's my full turn.
Okay, next up is Ert. Ert, you are prone in a tree.
Ert had no plan other than to grease himself.
Uh,
This seems counterproductive at this point. So I guess on that note, Ert is going to just keep lying prone and fire fireballs. Or firebolts.
Fireballs?
Oh boy. All right, Ert, go ahead and roll me the attacks. I think by rules as written, you should have disadvantage when doing ranged attacks while prone. I don't care. Just roll them.
Okay, we have done an 11 and a 12. Have
Oh,
either of
geez.
those hit?
No.
Crappy rolls.
Ert has okay. What about Canny?
Wait, what's your plus modifier for your attack? Your attack modifier?
Uh,
Because this math is just killing my head.
is that right? It's
Hold on.
modified by int, isn't it?
Yes, it's modified by your intelligence.
Let me make sure. Yeah, attack stat int. So
So you just rolled really low twice.
yeah, I just rolled really low twice.
I wonder why the hovering over it has that weird math there.
Oh yeah, it's a known issue with the sheet. Don't worry about it.
Oh
Okay.
god, that is some very
You rolled
weird
a
math.
5 and a 6.
Nice.
Okay, so has lit random trees on fire.
Yep,
Great.
don't
Go
worry about that.
Urt.
That's probably fine.
Okay, what? So Canny gets to cast his firebolt, I believe.
Let me check what Artificer says about that.
That's a bonus action, right?
God, which fucking Artificer are we using again?
Eldritch Cannon.
Is this as a bonus action or is this separate from your actions?
No, I have a pet,
Okay, so they attack separately.
so he's allowed to do whatever. So Force Ballista, make a ranged attack originating from the cannon, 120 feet. 2d8 if you hit.
Okay, roll it.
Do we know if there's any modifier on the hit?
It'd be your attack modifier, wouldn't it?
Is it mine or the slimes?
It'd be
The
yours because
slime
it's
doesn't
your
have a
creation.
character sheet, man.
Yeah, it's your modifier.
It's a ranged spell attack, so it's the same as your firebolt. So
Yeah.
1d20 plus your intelligence plus your proficiency.
So what's your intelligence modifier?
Canny rolls an 11
It misses. Okay.
Fucking
and misses
hell, man.
catastrophically. So has just, devastated the surrounding ecosystem.
Yep. Good job, Urt. You're doing
Go
great.
Urt. Okay, Terry.
Terry, this is a wascally weasel. It seems rather clever. You are not able to see it, but Boingo is pointing you in the right direction and maybe screaming.
All right. You said it's intelligent?
It seems more intelligent than the average creature.
Like possibly over 4?
Possibly over 4, yes.
Hmm.
Doesn't necessarily mean it's friendly.
Now I'm not gonna do that. I was
No,
thinking
I'm not going to
Earth
save Urt's life.
Tremor.
Urt's expendable.
Urt is already out of there.
Yeah. If anything, I think Zan and Terry are the ones that are gonna get hit. Zan's closest and just did damage.
Harry asks Boingo to help back him up a little bit out of range.
That is fine.
And then uh let's see. It's still a weasel. That is vicious mockery?
Okay.
Wisdom saving throw?
Oh
Let me
boy.
just cast it. There we go. It'll only do 1 damage, but hey. It has a disadvantage if it fails, and it does not.
All right. So, I don't think that you have anything else that you can do on your turn, Terry, unfortunately.
A bonus
Nope.
action, yeah? Or no?
Bonus action, but I don't know if he has anything that you can use it on.
Is inspiration a bonus action?
Yeah. Well, if it's inspiration, I need to be in range of you guys.
What's
Well,
the
you
range
can
of your inspiration?
you can retroactively say that you did it before you moved.
What's the
Okay.
range of inspiration?
Then let's just give everybody an inspiration, 1 for each of us.
Okay, that's a d6 to any roll.
Can you give multiple at once? It's not a separate bonus action for each person?
Oh, we're
Um,
retroactively saying that we did it.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
the
like
question
before
is,
the
what
fight,
does it
maybe.
affect Zan, or does it affect Zan, Urt, and Canny?
Yeah, I thought inspiration, like 1 bonus action of inspiration is 1 target, is it
It's
not?
gonna be Urt, Zan, and Terry. I can cast up to 3, so retroactively, before we started this fight.
Oh, I thought we were talking about as your bonus action before you moved. I thought that's what the retroactive was. That's my bad.
Okay, so everyone has a thing.
And now it's time for the wascally weasel. Are you ready, Zan?
Zan is so ready.
Okay, well, the wascally weasel is going to attack you.
All right.
Is that a hit? 18?
No, sir. That misses.
Oh, it's not feeling so good about this. Well, best of Scott is to try and test out your defenses with another attack.
I'm gonna reaction shield, and now my AC is 24. He has to roll again. Let me just press
So the
shield
weasel
button.
reaches up to bite you, and it just sort of skitters off the shield.
Yeah, it bites into a really solid magic defense. I can just there's the shield right there. So it just gives me +5 to AC, and I have 19, so it would have meant it with 24.
Okay, well, that is the reason that you have your shield.
Yep. I'm a tank, guys. I'm a tank.
Okay, so the Wascally Weasel looks like he's trying to contemplate this, but he's also a weasel. He's not the most intelligent of creatures. Okay, it is Zan's turn. Candy does not provide flanking.
Dang, Candy doesn't provide flanking. That's a shame. Okay. Well, even though he doesn't provide flanking, Zan is still going to.
Do you 1 second? Do you want to defer your turn?
Yes, if
What do
you
you
allow
mean?
Ert to go first, Ert might do some setup for you.
Okay, so if I defer my turn until Ert goes, is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, I can hold. I'm not doing anything special, so I'll wait for Ert.
Okay, Ert time.
Okay. So Ert wants to set up flanking for Zan.
How do, Ert?
So Ert needs to be on the other side of the weasel, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Like all the way over there.
Yep, over by its butt.
I think it's like it could be anywhere in this area.
Okay, are none of our so Expeditious Retreat is one of my spells. Has it recharged yet? Is that rune magic or is that, have to level up to recharge magic?
Did you cast it last session?
Expeditious Retreat? I don't think you did last session.
Yeah, what have I cast? Does it keep track of what I've cast between sessions?
In theory, yes. That is, if you actually use the how many spells have I cast tally on your spell book.
Okay, I'm looking at spellbook. Where does it keep that tally?
Upright, there's spell slots used in max.
Well, it says used 0, max 2, so it's obviously not keeping track.
Well, that's because it doesn't automatically, expend a spell slot when you say cast spell, because sometimes there's a misclick.
Oh, well, that's a jerk move. That was the whole point. Well, Ert probably doesn't have any spell slots then. So let's see. So one
Well,
action
here's
to
the
up.
thing,
We
because
haven't.
Keighty
We
is
have
only
not been in. We have
I
not
will
been in combat since we leveled up.
uh yeah, yeah, last time around there was the whole business with the lightning stone.
Yeah, I
We
don't
were.
think it cast Expeditious Retreat or Catapult
You
during
should.
that,
You
did
should
I?
have full spell slots. We have not been in combat since
Okay,
we
cool.
leveled up.
Well, Ert casts Expeditious Retreat on himself.
Okay, Ert is now a zoomy boy. Okay, Ert.
So it's your bonus action.
Ert's going to zoom over here. He's still
Okay.
prone, for the record.
Yeah, you just very quickly crawl.
That gives him advantage. That gives the weasel advantage on attacks of opportunity. Don't be prone.
He doesn't get any attacks on opportunity. I have zoomed under him,
Expedition
as a
Retreat
dwarf does.
Okay.
Okay, I
If
would
you
like to
are
attempt to
actually going
grapple the
insist
weasel.
if you are actually going to insist on zooming through his area, you will get an attack of opportunity, bud.
Oh, come on.
That's how it works.
Expeditious Retreat is about going away from the weasel, not through the weasel.
How about there? Is that enough for flanking without taking an attack of opportunity?
That will allow Zan to take a 5-foot step and do an attack and do his thing.
Okay, Ert has zoomed his way next to Canny.
Okay.
Bonus action.
And unless anyone has a better idea, I'm just going to keep firebolting him.
You're in melee range. Can you hit him with your hammer?
Is that better?
At melee
Well,
range,
it doesn't
yeah.
provoke an attack of opportunity for using a ranged attack in melee.
A firebolt does. Okay, sorry, I didn't think a firebolt would do that.
It's ranged attack.
You're right.
It's a
It
ranged
is.
attack and it's a spell. Like, you're not supposed to spellcast in melee.
Yeah, sorry. I keep on thinking of runes as scrolls. Okay. Core stats. Okay, so I'm gonna hit him with my hammer.
Under weapons, right?
Yes, and if you're still prone, then you will get disadvantage on this.
Okay, fine. I stand up. So that's bonus action, 1 action. Do I have enough to stand up and attack him in 1 turn, though?
What's your move speed?
25.
So 1 action to move, bonus action to cast.
Bonus action gives you the movement speed as well.
Yes. When you cast Expeditious Retreat, you immediately be able to use it.
So that doesn't take up your action.
Okay, so good. Bonus action, stand up, attack.
Okay. So
And
then
there's my attack. 10 to hit. I miss entirely.
Oh my god.
good work, Ert. You're a tactical fucking genius.
That's a plus
Here,
4.
standard up for me.
Oh, because you don't get advantage yet either. Dang it, because I need to take a 5-foot. Dang it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's why we're cutting over to you now, Zan. You're probably gonna do more damage than Ert.
Do you not have proficiency with a warhammer? Shaggy?
Proficiency is for lame people.
Oh, you don't have proficiency with your main weapon. Oh no.
I'm not sure I do.
Oh no. That's because it looks like you only put your strength modifier into it. It's a 6 plus 4, not and there's no plus 2 after that. I don't think a 12 would hit anyway, but
Either way, Erd is not good with this sort of melee shit.
all right. Zan's gonna 5-foot step, and he's going to attack. He's gonna do a total of 3 attacks with his 2 actions, 1 bonus action for a total of 3 attacks. It's going to be 2 long swords and 1 unarmed strike. So both
Okay.
both
Go ahead,
attacks will be unarmed, or both attacks will be longsword, and then the bonus action will be unarmed strike.
Understood.
Okay, and they're all at advantage. So the 5-foot step. 25 to hit, 6 damage. I'm rolling really bad on the D8, but
You're fine.
damage is damage. That's the first one. Second one. Oh, that was normal. Well, it still hits though. I don't have to roll another one.
Correct.
So 8 damage there, and then my unarmed talon strike. 27 to hit, nat 20 for 11 damage total.
Weasel is looking not good. One more round like that, and it's probably gonna go down.
All right. Terry, kill the weasel.
Kill the weasel. Kill the weasel.
Yeah, Terry cannot kill the weasel.
Terry has no way of damaging the weasel?
You have
I
vicious
mean-
mockery, Terry.
He does have vicious mockery, and he does have a crossbow, I think.
Yeah,
But I
please
have
don't
not-
try
no,
to
he
shoot the
does not have
crossbow
a
while
crossbow.
blind.
Have Boingo aim it for you. Boingo hit Pep 3 times. Boingo can aim a crossbow.
I mean, you can just assign Boingo to fire if you want. We'll just have them use their actions.
I'm just gonna try to use vicious mockery again. Let's see, where is it so I can cast it? There it is. Cast.
Is that a cantrip or a level 1 cantrip?
Cantrip.
It's a cantrip.
All right, failed the first
Ah!
save. Gonna use it again.
4 damage. Might as well, because I can.
That's a reroll.
Yes.
6
6
damage.
damage, and it has a disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Nice.
It's very sad about this.
You have mocked a weasel.
I did.
Twice.
I compared it to Ert.
Twice.
Twice.
All right. You guys do remember that you still have inspiration, right?
I haven't needed it. Needed it.
Ert was inspired to do what he already did.
Fucking hell, Ert. All right, Wascally Weasel time. Wascally Weasel considers Zan, then considers what's been the easier target.
So while you do that,
Oh boy. What's up, Froggy?
Wow.
Kenny rolled 10, by the way, so I think he still missed.
Yep, and he still rolled 10.
10 versus AC.
Yeah. Your roll. What are your rolls?
Well, I forgot to roll for Kenny. I had to roll for Kenny.
No. I'm just saying they're so low. You've rolled 5 attack rolls, and all of them have been sub 12.
Well, that's
Yes.
just because Ert is the punching bag today.
You took Zan's spot.
Okay, Ert, I believe 20. Oh, wait.
Disadvantage.
20.
Okay.
Shit, I think my AC is 19.
Dang it.
No, my AC is 17. So, yes, Ert gets hit again. What do I take for damage?
Oh no.
All right. One moment.
Ah!
saving grace of all this is that at least Ert deserves it, right?
So, do you guys see my HP updating when I do this?
Yes, you're at 13.
Okay. For some reason, that's because I'm seeing the Weasel. My bad.
This guy just rolled double 5s on d6s. Jeez
Yep.
Louise.
And next up, Ert, roll me in acrobatics or athletics.
What?
You're getting grabbed again.
8. Let's bardic that.
Well, he got a
Are you
25.
sure? You gotta
There's
be
no point.
25.
There's no point. He got a little 25.
Okay, there's no point then. Or it's like, this is my life now.
We're just trading bad days. Terry, you're next, Terry.
And the Weasel, with Ert in its mouth, decides that it's time for a tactical retreat.
I'm
That
attacking
is an
opportunity.
attack of opportunity from Zan.
Attack of opportunity, yeah.
Would that be one from Canny and Terry too?
I will allow from Canny just because that's funny.
16 to hit for 13 damage.
On the nose, roll again.
Okay.
Oh no.
19
Yay!
to hit.
And I allow you to still do 13.
Okay.
Now, here is the question, Shoggy. Are you going to use your Bardic Inspiration to boost that Firebolt?
For the 2 damage?
Just do it. He was about to die
Yes.
before. He
Roll
just
your
took 13 more
D6.
damage.
4, so 16.
Okay, that is on the nose. Roll the Firebolt cantrip again.
Oh no. Yes!
Yes!
And-
20!
And as the wascally Weasel tries to escape, Canny, with a whistling tea kettle noise, sends one last firebolt. It smacks into the Weasel. The Weasel goes unconscious and tumbles on the ground. Ert is sent sprawling, but ultimately he is alive.
Ert hates nature.
Zan quickly flies over and finishes off the Weasel so it doesn't wake up and do anything else. He just flies over and stabs the thing in the throat.
Okay, congratulations. You have completed a side quest. Immediately, you gain 5 runic energy.
Yay.
Do we get any
Terry?
more on top of that for the Weasel?
Yes, you do. The Weasel itself was worth 5 runic energy.
Nice.
Terry will mention that rodent actually is a pretty good meal, especially when roasted over fire.
Oh, we're bringing this thing back. Zan is so sick of turkey leg. You don't get it. Zan is eating everything we kill today.
Zan and Ert may roll perception.
Is this snake gonna attack us? Oh, not the snack.
Terry is too far from the
Ert
tree.
don't see shit.
It's 14 for Zan.
The garden snake has noticed that there is a fresh kill.
Zan is fighting for this kill. Zan is eating freaking Weasel tonight.
Now
We
here's
already
the
have
question.
the crow.
Now here's the thing. The garden snake still has to get down the tree.
Zan calls over Lunkathunk really quickly and says, "Drag this thing
Lunkathunk.
back to." That's his name, right? Lunkathunk.
Lunk thunk. There's no A.
It's Lunkathunk. Lunkathunk, take this
First
back.
time his name is changed without his consent.
Take this thing back to the rest of the people. Start dragging.
Okay, one moment, please. I gotta change something on the runic pylon sheet.
Oh, does this damage him?
No, because I want the runic pylon, Keighty, to roll me a strength saving throw. And Shoggy, you have access to Keighty's sheet.
Oh, do I?
Lunkathunk counts as part of Keighty in this case? Okay.
Yes.
Let's see. I'm not sure I do. Oh, runic pylon. There we go. Okay, you want a strength?
Strength saving throw, yes.
There you go.
Okay, so natural 1.
No.
So Lunkathunk
Oh no.
goes over in order to grab the Weasel and then starts levitating into the air.
Oh no.
Okay, am I killing this freaking snake?
Well, that depends entirely over on whether you want to try and drag the Weasel away or stand your ground.
Start pulling the Weasel away.
Ert volunteers to burn down the snake's tree.
Oh no.
No, drag the Weasel.
Okay, Ert's gonna grease the weasel.
As the snake is approaching,
Drag, not grease.
I'm using. So is he like? How many turns does it take the snake to get here?
It's going to take 2 turns.
Each of those 2 turns, I'm firing 2 arrows per turn, so 4 arrows at the snake.
Okay, you can go ahead and roll them.
All right, here we go. Longbow. 1, 24 for 10.
That is a hit.
2,
Miss.
9. I'm not gonna waste inspiration on that one. That's too low. Third, 12. Does that hit?
No.
I'm gonna add a d6. Slash roll 1d6.
That is a
Adding
hit.
5 to that,
6 more.
17. Okay, 6 more. And do I have for this last one? I might use a. Does it taste like a key? Hang on, let me read a class thing. Use a bonus action on your turn to make your ranged attacks with a Kensei weapon more deadly. When you do so, any target you hit deals an extra 1d4 damage if its weapon's type. Okay, so this next one, no, that one that just hit, I'm going to add another d4 to the damage. So slash roll 1d4 as my bonus action. So an extra 4 damage on top of that. So I've done a total of 20 damage to the snake. And then I'm going to do my last longbow hit. Hopefully hit.
Okay. Oh,
Nat
God.
Holy
20 for
shit.
13. Zan's rolling good today. Last session.
It doesn't remember to multiply the crit damage by 2. So that's 20.
I think it did. Oh, yeah. Because it rolled 8. Wait, no. I think it automatically doubled because it's already green.
No. It rolled a d8 plus 5. That's 8 plus 5 is 13.
Oh, okay. So yeah, then we double just the die damage, right? Not the +5.
No, I doubled the whole thing.
Oh, I'll take it. Hey, 3 damage.
Okay, so the garden snake notices that it's currently a lot more perforated than it used to be, and the garden snake is like, you know what? I don't need this today.
I'm eating snake tonight. Fire again.
For
I did 46 damage. This thing's got to be close to dead, right? I don't know. Maybe
yeah,
not.
you can go ahead and roll again if you want to attack.
I'm gonna shoot it again. 25 to hit, and I'm adding my bonus action for that extra D4. I'm Zan's hungry. Extra, okay, 9 damage, and then one more attack as my second attack.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nat 20.
The snake chose its battles poorly.
The snake's dead. All right.
So Ert is just gonna slowly drag a greased up ferret back to base.
Yeah.
Yep. And I imagine that Zan, just like out of pure spite, just grabs the tail of the snake and just keeps dragging it too.
Oh yeah, I'm eating snake and weasel tonight, baby.
No. Ert needs Zan to fly up and catch Keighty.
Oh yeah, I'll pull Keighty down and have Keighty start dragging the snake. Have Lunk Thunk start dragging the snake.
It's okay. I am named both Keighty and Lung Thunk.
I'm confused. Okay.
Ert keeps calling me Keighty.
You're allowed to think that, Lunk.
Oh my god.
So why don't we all take a break right now?
Yeah, sounds good.
Makes sense.
Okay, back in 5 minutes.
Hope you guys have been having fun.
The nat 20s help.
And we're back from the break. Okay, so while we were away, Ert realized that weasels are in fact just giant furry snakes.
Ert is looking from the snake to the weasel to the snake again. It's like, okay, I get it. With legs and with fur.
Zan's just really you could see this. He can't smile because he's got a beak, but a really proud look on his face as he's just watching Lunk Thunk drag the snake and watching Ert drag the weasel. It's just like, I'm gonna eat so freaking good tonight.
Harry, I wish I could be again, because then I could pull out my recipe book from my parents.
Okay, and with that, I am going to put something on the map. Ba-dum-ba-dum.
Don't worry, Zara's a really good cook.
She might be.
She better be. She's supposed to be. That's like her only redeeming. Sorry. Zara's the guy. Pep's the girl. I mixed it up.
I thought Zara was female too.
It's Farron and Pep, I think, are the women, and Zara and I don't remember. I could be mixing this up.
Well, either way.
What if York was a woman all along?
That makes so much sense now.
I mean, would that actually change anything, honestly? Let's not kid ourselves.
Well, York goes around shirtless all the time, so it would change them.
Well,
For an orc, not really.
For an orc, not really.
Okay. It depends which source we're taking from when it comes to that, I guess.
Yeah.
yeah, and whether they've installed any interesting Skyrim mods. Okay, so when you guys head back, you see that the squadron has indeed prepped things for the road construction, and Keighty is able to make the first part of the road in a snap.
We hear squeeing out in the distance.
Indeed, you do. It is time for the waves of animals. So, first things first, the mouse takes one look over at what the hell is happening here and decides that it wants none of that. Does not look like easy pickings. Nope.
Good.
Okay, so that's one animal that actually has intelligence.
Becky seems to not want to have killed this mouse.
It's almost like Becky likes rodents or something.
Yeah, she's a Disney
the one who
fan
used
girl.
to have. Hey, I used to have pet rats.
Well, they don't live long enough is the problem.
They don't.
Yeah, sad thing about hamsters, especially 2 years, 2 or 3. I don't remember.
I miss my rats. I miss them a lot. I actually taught one of them to roll over.
Hair Bumble is here to see what's up.
Hello, Hair
Hello.
Bumble.
Quick, offer him honey.
You're the one with the flippin'.
The alchemist jug wasn't rolled for honey, I don't think. I think
it
it
was
was
wine.
alcohol.
Oh no, do I have a
Yes.
fully customizable alchemist jug? That is the question.
At this point, you should.
Bees will eat up grape juice and wine like crazy. Like any sort of
Oh yeah, they
liquid
do.
sugar.
Wineries are
Okay,
insane.
Erd is just spraying wine all over the countryside.
Oh my god. Okay, roll me an arcane or an animal handling. I know which one you'll pick.
That looks like 5-year-old me drawing.
Yeah, there you go. Animal handling.
Of course you chose animal handling. And of course you rolled a 6.
Fucking can Terry assist?
No.
I will allow Terry to assist on this.
Oh no.
Roll
it's not gonna be any
again.
better. It's not gonna be any better.
Should I roll arcane this time?
No, you have to roll animal handling. You chose your fate.
You get advantage on the
Oh,
save.
thank God.
18.
Oh, thank heaven.
Okay, with Terry's help, Erd has managed to land the spray of wine in the bee's mouth.
He was initially aiming and hitting Keighty for some reason, but then and Terry, who's blind, redirects it to the correct spot.
Have you considered aiming at the target? Oh.
Okay, Hair Bumble is having a nice day. He's cutting loose, having a bit of a midlife crisis, you know.
He's getting drunk.
Yeah, he's
We
just
direct-
hammered.
And then just direct her bumble into the opposite direction.
Okay, and as all this is happening, it's Frau Flau.
Oh, I thought she wasn't gonna come.
It's just
Well,
not
she wasn't going to
outwardly-
come, and then she smelled something very sweet and fruity.
Oh, keep spraying her. Keep spraying.
You can only make so much, Erd!
It's an alchemical jug, isn't it infinite?
No! This has a
Oh.
limit per day.
Quick, soldiers!
No, hey,
you should-
Hair
No,
Bumble.
they all
of the-
have alchemist jugs too.
Oh, that makes sense.
Equipped all of
I mean,
Well,
this is
no,
for-
I think
this
we
is
have
Ert
something
we're
like
talking about.
12 or 15 of them that we've given out to soldiers.
You know, you can only infuse one, like 2 of those at a time, right?
This is Ert we're talking
Okay,
about.
this is the second one then. Catechus, get him.
Roll me another animal handling or arcane.
I'll assist with this just to make sure we get advantage. Make it arcane, you jerk.
16.
You
And
have advantage.
16.
16 again.
Okay, and I guess it's 16 then. Frau Flau also takes a little bit off in order to start licking up some free calories. And the
Is
sol-
just flexing in front of all these soldiers.
Like gets hammered.
meanwhile, like one of the soldiers is just like, I was gonna have a wine party tonight. Now I can't.
Zan just kind of side mentions to him, dude, you know that wine tastes like garbage, right?
It's still wine. I mean, do you want to be a soldier in this army and not be drunk?
I'm eating snake, homie. I'm gonna be chilling.
All right. And so onward you continue, past Herr Bumble and Frau Flaum, who then kick off
Also,
a whirlwind relationship.
real quick, that guy's getting drunk while he's on duty.
No, he has a
Oh
wine party
my.
planned after all
Okay.
this. He knows his
Okay.
he knows his duty.
Okay. He was about to get flamed.
Is drunk on duty.
Well, he's a dwarf. He's an exception.
Is more intelligent while he's drunk, so we let him get drunk.
Okay, so you continue onward, and the path continues to be created by Keighty. And now it is time for Frosch. Hello,
Okay.
Frosch.
We need to fight him.
Well, that is the question, isn't it? You either need to fight him, or you need to convince him that you are not edible and fuck off.
Quick, Bubbles, speak to your people.
How? Oh no. How? It's an amphibian, not a reptile. Bubbles is a reptile. Frogs are amphibians. How fast is frog?
The frog is faster than a lot of other things. It could probably keep up with a human.
I have a range of 200 feet on my longbow. As it's approaching, I'm shooting at it every chance I get because I don't want this frog to get close to my guys, especially Mr. 13 HP Urt.
Okay, roll me an attack roll.
Just one?
Just one.
9.
Okay, now Zan, roll me a dexterity saving throw.
I'm confused and worried. 9.
So, Zan, you get return fire.
Oh, okay.
As in, the frog has now grappled you with its tongue.
From 50 feet away?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh my.
Well, I started shooting at 200 feet. Does he have a 200-foot long tongue?
Yeah, the fucking embiggening spell did some really fucky things to these creatures. Like, this is actively wrong. Like, everybody's freaked the hell out.
I'm upset with all of this, and I'm starting to slash at it with my talons.
Okay, you may roll slashes at disadvantage.
One
and
second.
the real question is, are Urt and Terry going to help?
No, Urt's gonna grease Sam.
Is Grease a rune?
Good.
It's a can-
I haven't cast. Well, did I cast it while dragging the weasel or not?
Yes, you did.
Damn it.
You're not greasing me. I got a nat 1 with my talon strike, so I did not
Hey,
hit.
I get 2 level 1 spells. Thank you very much. I could grease Sam.
No,
Like,
you used your
used
first one on
the
Expeditious Retreat.
Expeditious Retreat.
Ah,
And then
damn
we
it.
got Grease.
I missed.
Okay, Zan, not only did you miss, you are now rocketing towards the frog.
Urt is trying to describe this to Terry.
Boingo is also trying to describe this to Terry.
All right. Hold on.
Zan is yelling, "Shut up and help me!"
A frog does not have a 4 intelligence, so I can't use Tasha's hideous laughter. Fuck it. The crystal's active. He'll get his spell slots back. Let's try to use the shenanigan cube.
Oh boy.
And I'm gonna try and center it on the frog.
Okay, give me the spell. Try that
Yeah.
again, but activate. But check the description box.
Ah.
Okay, mischievous surge table and determine the magical effect produced. Oh god.
I gotta find the spell again.
Okay, it's a D4.
I got 4.
Okay, so with that, drops of molasses hover in the cube, making it difficult terrain until the start of your next turn.
Dude, the frog just got molasses on his tongue. That should set something off.
Yeah, the 20-foot cube is now covering this frog and its tongue in molasses.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I know what
Okay.
happens.
So, Terry, if you would like to have some particular impact of all this molasses, I will have you describe what you are trying to accomplish, and then have you roll an animal handling.
Hey, as far as I know, frogs are not particularly fond of sweet or cannot taste sweet, but molasses is also incredibly sticky and thick and makes
Sticky.
it hard for a frog who breathes through its skin to breathe.
Oh,
Ert's gonna poke Terry.
oh shoot! You're suffocating the frog with molasses.
Ert's gonna poke Terry and go, "What about the bugs?"
It's
I
just
mean, maybe they'll eat the frog.
they're currently drunk and dating each other from the other side of the road.
Yeah, Herr Bumble and Frau Flaum, they have a whirlwind romance going on. Don't disrupt it.
Oh God.
In the meantime, Terry, please go ahead and roll me that animal handling.
All right, animal handling. Skills, animal handling. Boop. 22.
22 indeed. The frog releases Zan, and it is now flopping around desperately, trying to get all this molasses off of it. Mostly what it's doing is getting a whole bunch of, old leaves stuck to it.
Yeah, it's gonna freaking die.
Now, I do want to note that at the start of each of Terry's turns, a new effect is rolled.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so the molasses disappears?
I want to point out that actually has 3 spell slots.
Molasses, I don't think the molasses will disappear, but Terry can move the cube.
Well, the thing is, if you
Oh,
move it off the frog, the frog's not necessarily going to go with it.
mm.
At the start of each of your
Look,
turns,
why
you
don't
can
we
move
just
the
wave up a
cube.
squadron and shoot him with 20 firebolts?
Yeah, we're just gonna call up the goons and say, "Hey, roast this frog. Frog legs are delicious." I mean, what?
Uh, yeah,
Um,
this is actually a decent use of your army.
The frog is technically you've put it on its
Squadron
back. It's
2, front and
technically
center.
prone.
Okay, so 10 squadron soldiers show up, and 10 squadron soldiers all are going to roll their firebolt attacks with advantage.
I'm shooting with my longbow at the same time.
Okay, and let's see what they get.
Also, I am so sorry, Klein. You have to hear all of these dice rollings.
He's far enough away that he's not getting the full brunt of it. Okay, so there was no roll here that was underneath 10 by the way of my incredibly stupid method of rolling. Don't worry about it.
I'm trying to understand what was going on there, but
Yeah,
sure.
I'm trying to understand that too. Give us a rundown real quick.
Each one of them roll with advantage, and I decided to roll them all at once.
Ah, okay.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna to get my 2 longbow attacks in then. One's a nat 1. The other one's a
Okay.
12. I missed.
Misses too.
Okay.
Well, what's his AC?
The frog's AC is lower than some. It's 14, which
Yeah.
means that 10 is actually a roll again, but that's still 9d6 d8s of fire damage. No, wait, 10, because one of them got a crit.
Okay, let's see the damage roll here.
So 10d8. 10d8.
Yeah, just checking on this. No, it's not d8s, it's d10s.
Firebolt's D10? It is. 73.
I like
Guys,
the one guy who rolls 2 in that whole thing.
we're what's this? Frog legs. We're eating frog legs tonight, baby.
Okay, and with all that, yeah, there's more runic energy for the pylon.
Nom 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 nom. Hey, what's the pylon at right now?
The pylon is currently at 53.
How much should it cost to have 10 people cast Firebolt there?
That was 1 runic energy.
Okay, make sure you deduct runic energy for the crow and the time and the whatever.
We
Already
already
did.
did that. We already did all that. If we hit Bumble, Mr. Hair Bumble over here while he's drunk, we get more
No, they're
runic
chill.
energy.
They're chill. They're just part of the road.
I know they're chill, but don't we want soul juice?
Fucking hell, Zan.
Hey, it's
Yeah.
practicality.
Okay,
Whatever.
in the meantime, Zan, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Am I seeing a pig?
Quite possibly.
Perception. Perception. 17. Do I see pig?
No, but you do see an extremely dead Crabblante.
Herblante. What is oh,
Yeah,
crap.
the mouse one. Or the rat. The rat
Yeah,
one.
the rat, Derete, has absolutely fucking eviscerated the crab and is now going to town, which means that you get a small amount of soul energy from that as well.
Yay.
Guys, you want to kill a rat? Well, we don't need to. We're at like 60 now or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
I
just
mean-
building a road here.
All right, let's keep building the
Yeah.
road.
Okay, so with all that, so the soldiers are going to disappear back into the ether from whence they came.
It's so handy having ethereal soldiers, guys.
I know, right? Why doesn't everyone?
Seriously, though.
Okay, and as you go forward, I will have everyone who wants to roll me a perception check.
I want to.
Okay. Boop. Nat 20. What do I hear?
Dirty 20.
What do your elf eyes hear?
Dirty 20 for me.
Bird is actually paying attention.
For once in his miserable life. Okay, and what you hear coming from up ahead is an oinking.
Ah. Guys, the main course has arrived.
An ominous oinking.
Ominous oinking.
This is not a pig token, I don't care.
I was about to say, are we eating a furry pig?
Look, can we get a Zelda pig token?
Hey. Boars and pigs in general are actually incredibly hairy.
I know they're furry, but not like that.
A wild boar definitely is.
Not like this though. Not this bad. This is like
No, yeah. No,
this
yeah,
is like
they
wolf
are.
shaggy.
You should look up a razorback.
In either case, it is time for you guys to roll initiative because this is going to be combat. Das große Schwein is going to kill anything that it can.
Zan steps in front of Terry and Urt because he's the tank.
I take it that Urt does not object.
Urt has 13 HP. He doesn't object to shit.
God
Got a
damn.
14.
Remember to note it on the turn tracker.
Urt, you still need to roll yours, yeah?
1 second.
Am I able to roll initiative for you? That's a question.
That's a good question. Can I draw images onto the battle map?
What kind of image do you want to draw?
Well, I uploaded an image of a pig.
Oh, the
Oh.
Zelda pig?
The Zelda pig.
Unfortunately, without DM permissions, you cannot upload an image of a pig.
Oh, boo. It's the Zelda pig. Okay, Urt's gonna roll. Grant me 1 second.
Terry, how do you keep rolling 12 on initiative?
There we
I
go.
don't know.
3.
Oh boy.
Urt is not doing good here.
Yeah.
Terry was not prepared for today. Sorry, Urt was not prepared for today.
Urt's the bottom boy today. All right, we starting this?
One moment. I
Okay.
need to check if Expeditious Retreat is still in play.
Oh, for Urt?
Concentration up to 10 minutes. I will allow this to continue. Urt still has Expeditious Retreat up.
Oh, it's been fast.
Okay, so Zan, your turn.
He is what, 50 feet away? No, like 30 feet away. I'm gonna shoot him with my longbow. First one, rolling right now. I get 2 attacks. 19 to hit.
Okay, that is a hit, and it takes damage.
I'm going to use my bonus action to add a d4 to that.
Go ahead.
Add my martial die to it. 9 damage total.
Yep.
And then my second longbow attack, 9 to hit, probably misses.
That is indeed a miss.
All right, that's my turn. I'll do a 5-foot step forward because I can.
Okay, Terry. Terry, you cannot see shit, but Boingo is once again pointing at something and screaming.
Let's see. Giant pig screaming. Boingo screaming. Everyone screaming.
Real?
Uh, he has like nothing. Um,
Do you not have any cantrips or like runes?
I mean, he's got vicious mockery, and he has a comprehend language rune. He's the political guy.
We need to teach him how to use like a hand crossbow.
Assume you have a firebolt rune for the record.
It's not listed on my thing. I have Mage Hand, Prestidigitation.
I think we decided that firebolt was standard issue though.
The Firebolt is standard issue, so we can add it to Terry's sheet, but not right this minute.
Sure.
I will point out, you apparently have Sacred Flame.
That's probably better than firebolt in this situation, is it not?
I mean, as long as someone can point him in the right direction, because half of his spells require line of sight.
Boingo will try their best. The Grosse Schwein will have advantage on the saving throw, but it's still not nothing.
So I'm gonna try Vicious Mockery first to try and bring that, because if he gets a disadvantage on an attack roll if he fails that.
Is a sacred flame action or bonus action, by the way?
It's an action.
It's an action? Okay, I thought it was bonus
Mhm.
action for some reason.
Yeah,
Most
he's
defensive
not gonna-
spells are actions, not bonus actions.
Okay.
He's not gonna move, so I feel like he can cast 2 spells.
Yep,
So Vicious Mockery and Sacred Flame.
that's on the nose. He fails the Vicious Mockery. He takes 1 whole damage.
Yay! His next attack also has disadvantage.
All right, he's got that little thing. And next, he has to make a dexterity saving throw with advantage. And he fucking flubbed it, and he takes 5 radiant.
Woo!
Good work, Terry. Now, das große Schwein is going to do a charge attack right at Zan.
I can take it. I think.
Are you sure it's at Zan or is it at Keighty?
And he's got disadvantage.
Do it at me.
Okay.
Why do you
And
want
it
it at Keighty?
completely fucking flubbed it thanks to Terry's machinations.
I got a 4. Nice.
I think it's a +8. Dear God.
Yeah, it attacks at +8. It's pretty fucking big.
Not even close, baby.
Yeah.
Not even close. Is that does he only get 1 attack?
If it moves and attacks in a charge like that, then yeah, that's all it can do.
Okay.
Okay, it's Ert's turn then?
Yep. Ert, and I just want to point out, you still have Expeditious Retreat.
Does Ert have the option to scream at all the soldiers to start shooting it?
Yes,
Shoot,
however, if you have the soldiers start shooting it, the pig might start targeting the soldiers.
I don't think it'll live that long.
Okay, how about ordering all the soldiers to mold Earth it?
Okay, to what end?
To flip it over.
Oh boy. Okay, Ert, this is going to be an arcane check for you in order to command the soldiers effectively.
Oof, this is gonna be tough. Ert rolls 11 to try to convey that he wants them to roll the pig over.
What they do is they manage to disrupt the ground underneath the pig, and the pig just shifts its footing. That is one of your actions, Ert.
No. Roll the pig. It did not work.
No.
It
No.
did not even
not.
slightly work.
Everyone is panicking at this giant fucking pig. Ert, I do want to point out that you still have Canny.
And a bonus action.
Yeah, Canny gets an attack, so let's roll a firebolt, so that's off mine.
Yeah, basically Canny is just a free firebolt at this point.
Really is. So Canny gets a 10.
And that's complete flub.
So Canny misses entirely. The forest is slightly on fire.
As it usually is around Ert. Alright, Zan, it's your turn. You're up against something that is like several hundred times your mass.
Nice, nice. I'm going to 5-foot step into it,
Why don't you 5-foot step straight up?
straight up in the air. I'm trying
Yeah,
to
you're a
get.
bird.
I'm going to slowly work my way around it so I get advantage at some point, but without taking an attack of opportunity and without wasting an attack roll. Um, I'm going to use my first attack. Is going to be an unarmed talon strike.
Okay.
Here we go. 20 to hit for 7 damage.
Surprisingly, this thing's AC is not great.
It's big. It's easy to hit, right? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I have all of my key.
Yes, yes, you do. You have not used any of it yet, except for one moment where you might have used a key point in order to dart into the air after the snake spotted you.
Yeah, I've used 1, so I have 3 left. Okay. Um, next attack. So I'm gonna use a bonus action flurry of blows. So that's a key point for 2 more unarmed strikes.
Roll them.
26 for 6 and 18 for 7. Does the 18 hit?
18 hits.
Okay. That's my bonus action and one of my attack actions, and my last attack action is going to be my longsword.
Okay.
14. Does a 14 hit?
On the nose. Roll again.
Okay. Nope. Dang it,
Okay,
with the
Zan,
highest
you might have-
damage.
All right. You tried stabbing it. You stabbed your sword into it, and then your sword goes somewhere that you were not intending it to go.
Where does it go?
Well, it's currently stuck in like the side of the pig, and then the pig like turned away from you and ripped the sword out of your hand.
So I have a 5% chance to lose my weapon in every fight.
I
Dang
mean,
it.
it's possible. I mean, you still armed, man. You still got those talons and shit.
Okay.
I mean, this is why Klein doesn't like those dice things. Anyway, Terry, hi. How you doing?
Hi.
Terry, do you want to engage in vicious mockery?
Might as well. Because every time it works, it gets a disadvantage.
It's true.
Mock the pig. Make oinking sounds at it.
It worked.
It did indeed work. Now, do you want to try Sacred Flame again? It will not get disadvantage this time because it's significantly closer, and so it's easier to aim.
I was thinking of a way to kind of distract this creature.
What you thinking?
I have minor illusion.
What you gonna minor illusion up?
It's the noise that gets them, right?
Yes, it was the noise that drew him in.
So let's confuse the hell out of it with the sound of loud beating drums in 360 stereo.
Well, that's right out of the spell list, isn't it? Okay, so
A little bit.
oh god. All right,
Because it
Terry.
could be a
go ahead
lion's
and-
roar, beating drums, or whatever. So I'm gonna do beating drums.
Okay, Terry, go ahead and roll me an animal handling or a deception.
Well, I gotta cast it.
Well, yes,
Don't I?
but there, like it's an intelligence saving throw in order for it to actually resist. Like it's an investigation check.
Yeah.
But I want you to see if you get the intended result by rolling an animal handling or deception.
Okay, so cast the spell and then cast that?
Yes.
Okay. Then animal handling or deception.
I bet I know which one you'll pick.
Yep.
Animal handling.
13.
Okay, so the das große Schwein is like flailing around trying to figure out where the hell that's coming from. In the process of all this, Zan's next attack is going to get advantage, and Zan, you pick up your sword again.
Oh, handy.
Okay, so that is both of Terry's actions. Das große Schwein is going to try and attack again. In fact, it's going to try and do a charging attack that is going to try and hit everyone.
Okay. How does that work? Does it roll against each of us?
Yes, it's going to roll against each of you, and each of those rolls is going to get disadvantage.
So what order are we going in?
I'm marking it.
Okay. Misses.
All right, and Terry is blind, so no disadvantage for this one. And it still manages to not hit Terry.
Ha!
That's gonna totally hit Urt. Poor Urt.
What? You called it?
Oh,
There went Urt.
Oh boy. Okay, so that is. Oh boy, Ert's gonna need some medical attention after this.
yeah.
Just a little.
That's gonna do more than 13 damage for sure.
Well, let's see.
Yeah. God, what? Jesus Christ, this fucking thing.
Well, how much did you give it? Yep. Okay.
Okay, it got a reasonably low roll, but even so.
Okay, Urt is at -4.
Yeah, Urt's unconscious.
For the second time, and this time it wasn't because someone patted him on the shoulder.
Do I get an attack of opportunity as it goes past me?
Yes, yes, you do, and you get advantage on it.
Okay, longsword, advantage. 13 to hit. That probably doesn't hit.
That is a miss.
Yeah, dang it.
Ert, make me a d20 roll. Actually, this should be on your sheet. It's called a death saving throw, or death, whatever.
Okay, core stats. Where am I looking? Death saving throw.
Bottom right.
13.
You make it, right?
Okay, go ahead and click one of the success buttons.
Success.
Success. We did it. Yeah.
Okay, now it is Zan's turn. Zan, you just noticed that this thing charged straight past you and kind of shit stomped Ert.
Just
Yeah.
stepped on him by accident.
Just totally by accident. Dang, he's 10 feet away instead of 5 feet away. That sucks. Okay.
I do want to point out that you can still just make a full attack with your fucking longbow.
Yeah, but if I'm in melee range, I can do a flurry of blows with a key point and get 3 attacks in instead of just 2.
True.
So I'm going to move in. I'm going to take a swipe with my longsword as my main attack. Normal, right? Not advantage, right?
No advantage this time.
Okay. Since I did a movement, I was here. Can't I move here and get I could go around and not get an attack of opportunity, but then have flanking with Keighty, yeah? Yeah?
I will allow that.
That's a total of 40, which is my move speed, so
Yeah, okay.
okay. So advantage, attack with longsword for attack 1. 20 to hit for 11 damage.
Hit.
Then flurry of blows, burning another key point. So I'm down to I've used 3 of my 4 key points.
Okay.
So 2 talon strikes with advantage. Nat 20 for 16 damage. And advantage is so nice.
Oh yes.
20 for 8 damage.
Okay, it is barely hanging in there. Terry,
Yeah,
it
huh?
is now your time. Ert is currently out of commission. Now you are faced with the question: is it more ethical to ignore Ert and focus on the threat, or try and save this horrible Chaos Goblin?
As much as people think Terry might absolutely hate Ert's guts, that might only be partially true.
Zan is watching intently so he can make fun of Terry later.
The expectation that Keighty will explode with Urt's death is there.
That's also a valid point.
Okay, this is going to be a medicine check, DC 10.
Medicine. 15.
All right, Ert is stabilized and is back in the fight at 1 hit point.
And then I will do my the vicious mockery again.
Okay.
Only
Please
1
kill
hit
it.
point, but hey.
Please kill it with vicious mockery.
Okay, here's the thing, Terry.
Uh-huh.
I will allow you to use your bardic inspiration in this extremely stupid context to add another d4 of damage if you like.
I thought it was D6 for inspiration.
Yeah, d6, but it's usually for attack rolls, not damage.
Oh.
So I am allowing you this incredibly stupid opportunity to roll a d4.
I mean, I'm assuming we are that close to beating it.
It's pretty close. Nice.
It is at 1 hit point!
Get him, Canny!
Yeah, well, it's he's got a way to turn.
Yep. Okay, das große Schwein is going to lash out at everything in range that it can, except that it has disadvantage because it still failed the Vicious Mockery saving throw. So, it is going to launch one attack at Zan and one attack at Terry. And I'm going to say it goes after Zan first because, of course, Zan has been doing the most damage to it.
Monks, yo.
Oh.
That is a hard miss. Not one. Look at that.
Okay, Zan, for the sake of rule of cool, I will allow you to make an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Again, this is all complete bullshit and I don't care.
I'm gonna do it with. I'm not gonna use my talons. I'm not gonna use my sword. I'm just gonna punch it.
Fucking roll it.
20 to hit for 8 damage. I rolled really high. That's a 4 on the D4. Or a 3 on the Why do I get a +5? Interesting.
Because your strength.
Right. Oh, Dex, actually.
I like the fact that is going to be pulled out of a footprint.
Yes, you literally pull out of a footprint. He might be a little bit more two-dimensional than usual, and his mouth might have gone like about a foot wide and is now caked with dirt.
For the record, this is the second time Ert's been unconscious.
Yes, it is. And somehow, every single point of damage ended up on Ert.
Ert appreciates this.
Das große Schwein is dead, and now you get runic energy for that.
Zan just can't stop thinking about how good we're eating tonight.
So, over the course of one session, you guys have gotten at least 40 runic energy.
How much runic energy space do we have?
We had a lot.
Yeah, you can get up to 80 runic energy. You are currently at 66 out of 80.
Good shit.
Nice.
We could always kill the bee and the moth.
From his little pig claw crater, Ert declares this mission a success.
Oh, yeah.
Zan pulls Ert up by his beard and kind of brushes him off.
You notice as you pull Ert up by his beard, it just keeps on going and going. You think it would stop, but it's not.
Beard's so I'm pulling it out of his chin?
No, his jaw just keeps going.
Oh yeah, and while we're at it, I'm coughing up some coal, by the way.
Yep.
And Terry's like, why do I hang out with these people?
Zan is going to when Klein gets Terry fixed up for killing the pig, Zan's gonna kind of nudge in there and be like, hey, can you fix this coal thing at the same time? Like, pretty please.
Terry's assuming that the fight's pretty much over, so he will say out loud towards Zan, just like, we better get bacon out of that thing.
Zan's like, absolutely. Oh wait, Terry, behind you, look out! And so you wait for their reaction.
I'm assuming Boingo says there's nothing there.
No, Zan is glaring. No, Zan's glaring at Boingo. Does Boingo say there's nothing there?
Yeah.
Oh no, Boingo does not say that there's nothing there. Zan is letting him guess.
Yeah, Terry doesn't believe Zan.
Okay, fine. No fun.
So now that Ert is up and staggering around at 1 HP, he proposes throwing all dead animals into the slime pit.
Zan covers Ert's mouth and says, "That's not happening. We're eating these. Deal with it."
Gross.
Okay. And with that, we are going to head back over to the world map for just a moment, because you guys have traveled through the Roaring Wood, and you have gotten yourselves into the empty space beyond, and you've brought your road with you.
Safe zone. It's boring, but it's safe.
We should live here, guys. We should live here, guys. Not actually.
No, that is actually a good question for Terry. It's like, what is our goal here?
Terry, well, right now we're getting to Festival. From there, we'll figure out where we should probably stake.
Like, are we not trying to establish ourselves as a political entity? Sorry, as a political entity.
Not anymore.
Well, you say that, but I get the sensation that you'll have some extra chances as things go forward. But in any case, So you've gotten to the lower hex here, which is our wonderful J8. And so you are within one tile of the Vending Path Hamlet and the Spore Blanket, and I get the feeling that you guys are probably going to visit the Spore Blanket soon. But in the meantime, do you guys want to cap the session off by going back to Klein?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Or is just staggering around.
Oh yeah, we should let Ert rest.
Or do you insist on coming with?
Oh yeah, definitely insists on coming with. He has no idea what's going on, but he's there.
Pep is leaving Boingo to be Terry's seeing eye gnome. Pep is on Ert duty.
Zan apologizes to Pep profusely for being on Ert duty.
Pep just shrugs and says, better than you getting hurt.
Valid.
Do we make our way?
Ert, why are you going over to the dead deer?
Pep would not let Ert go near the dead deer.
Ert is just poking it with the stick. Continue your progress.
I mean, it is one of the least harmful methods of wasting Ert's time.
He's got a contracted disease. Are you kidding me?
He's a dwarf.
Meanwhile, Klein is sitting there with Hoon, and Klein says, "You're back, yes. Yeah. I've heard lots of interesting noises.
I'm sure you have.
Is a long time, is many years since I hear such interesting things come out of the forest. Mushroom people, they do their thing, they think themselves are Jaegers. Nah, it's whole business."
It's just Terry going, we might have started an alcohol-induced romance between the bee and the moth.
Klein gives a chuckle at this and says,
Mhm.
"Oh, well, maybe forest will be interesting place for them, yes?"
So, can you fix Terry's blindness? And also coughs up another coal piece. This?
Klein gives a chuckle and says, "I've been thinking on it. Have experimental potion if you are willing to try it. I do not promise success, but I will promise to keep trying."
Well, Terry first for sure. The coal is not nearly as big a deal as the blindness.
Meanwhile, Zan catches, Miner's lung.
Uh,
Terry's gonna have to try it.
Okay, so Klein reaches back over into his workshop that is, once again, strapped to the bottom of a giant chicken. You're not sure how sanitary that is. And pulls out what looks like a potion bottle and hands it to Zan so that it can be handed to Terry.
Zan reaches out to Terry, says, Terry, hold out your hand.
Terry holds his hand out.
No, your other hand.
Terry keeps his one hand out.
Puts the potion in the hand and says, drink that.
All right, Terry, you go ahead and drink it. Roll me a D100.
Oh.
E100.
This is just last minute shit posting from the DM.
Damn, 14.
Okay.
Was low good or is...
God damn it.
Oh, is this new wild magic?
Yep.
Oh boy.
So his blindness has been replaced with what?
Not replaced. Added
No, it's additive. Come on.
God damn it.
What are you talking about? You think wild magic cares? How did you make 10,000 different things?
Okay, I did not
It's
make
from a
10,000 different things. I found a list on the internet.
Oh,
So,
geez.
Terry, you are overcome with the urge to proclaim that you have done impossible things.
For how long?
Wait, what? I have what?
You are overcome with the urge to claim that you have done logically impossible actions.
Well then.
What kind of thing does Terry brag about?
The exact same thing Ert says all the time.
Which one?
All of them.
Yeah, which thing?
Is this like a one-time thing or is this forever?
This is one time.
Okay.
Oh, let's see. I'll have him claim.
You have brought meat back on the menu.
Meat's back on the menu, boys.
That implies that Urukai know what a menu is.
I mean, they have to have had cafeterias in Isengard. Come on.
Hmm. Trying to think of something that's in character but still outlandish.
That you brought down the Empire?
No, not that he brought down the Empire.
You're
That's a
close
little.
friends with Urt.
No, he's close friends with Fey royalty.
And here I was wondering if you were going to just completely spout the Navy SEAL copy pasta.
Nah.
No. Terry just yells, "I can see!" Really?
It's working. It's
No.
working. No.
Oh God, you are you are on personal friendships with Fey royalty. Klein arches an eyebrow at this and says, "That was large rolling. I do not think I got potion correct."
Dan looks to Klein and asks, "How long do you think it'll take to get the real thing going?"
Should be day if have time. Is always strange things. I'm not potion brewer. It's just have to because it's always different things cropping up. Not always have spells on hand. Well, if you are being patient, Klein can work on making new versions. We do testing. Is going to be fine. Do not worry. I have Hun follow you over to your camp. It's fine.
Okay, sounds good. Are you gonna be able to make one for both blindness and coal coughing, or just blindness?
It should be fine. It's just wild magic. If I get the right combination, should be able to negate. We shall see.
Okay. And what about reward number dose?
Ah, yes. You're wanting some other things because you killed both the weasel and the shrine, yes?
Dang straight.
We also got a couple of others. Because they went for us, mostly.
We killed like 8 giant monsters.
Yes, I've heard many of this, but most of these monsters are not things I'm asking you to do. And sometimes it can be more disruptive to, kill monsters who are contributing to local ecology. Well, I am not critiquing you, but I am also not rewarding you for these things.
Okay, for the weasel and the pig?
Weasel and the pig have some money that was dredged up from lots of dead adventurers, think that they could bring home giant pig for pork cutlets and whatnot. There's also a couple of magic items. I tell you what, you can come in and choose one of your choice.
Urt raises a hand.
That
What is pork?
It's pig meat.
Do we get pig meat?
We killed a pig,
Yes.
so we got pig meat.
Urt, the 1 HP, demands demonstration of why pig meat is something worth mentioning.
Zan tells Urt he will get his demonstration when we get back to camp.
We're gonna have to teach him the modern wonder that is bacon.
Bacon, there's gonna be barbecue ribs, there's gonna be pork tenderloin. Dude, we're using the whole flipping kit and caboodle, and it's a really big pig. You could be a big pig
Here.
too.
Terry will personally teach the cooks how to
Like,
smoke
does
meat.
Klein know how much animal shit we have? Like,
Uh,
we need to decide what we're gonna do with all the animals here. Does
no,
Klein have an opinion on what we do with the animals?
we're butchering them. What are you talking about?
Klein does have an opinion, but please give me one moment. I need to do something.
Like, why? We're definitely butchering these animals because that's just a lot of food. We can smoke it, we can dry it, and keep it with us for a long period of time.
Like, Urt's
Right.
opinion is what you do with animals, you feed them to the slime.
Well, Ert's getting overruled there every single time by both Zan and Terry. I think, right, Terry?
Yes, I think that if Klein has opinions that involve wanting to share some of that meat, we should share some meat with Klein.
Oh, we could share meat, sure.
Urt tells Terry that Klein has a big sign over his head that says, "Do not trust."
Terry does not believe you.
Wasn't Ert the one that was super excited about feeding metal to this guy?
Okay,
Tell Zan not to interfere with science.
Uh-huh.
okay, so I am going to do something real quick. This is going to take me a moment, but please be patient.
Oh?
3 twice on a D100!
There's a 4, a 3, and a 3.
Yes. So, okay. So,
Mhm.
all right. Um, okay, that one's a mulligan. I'm gonna go again with that one. I am randomly rolling for your magic items, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
Calls dibs on the threes.
The 3 actually turns out to be armor of acid resistance. So whatever your current set of armor is, only it gives you resistance to acid.
Already had that.
Do you have acid resistance?
Claims he already had that.
Okay.
Speaking as someone who's never been dumb enough to step in acid, always had that.
Says the guy who almost got murdered today.
Tanked.
You know, Zane tried to tank.
Yeah, but was successful at tanking.
So here's the question: if you if you took aggro but didn't take damage, is that a successful tank? I'd say that's a successful tank. And if so, I tanked more hits than you did.
That's
sir.
pansy ass elf tanking.
What?
Right, Terry? That's pansy ass elf tanking.
Terry's just Zan took more. I mean, you took more, but you weren't really tanking it. You just had no choice.
At any point, Terry or Zan could reach over and poke her, and he just falls over.
Okay.
Every time gets too annoying, Zan just tells Pep to twist his ear a little bit.
Just like that guy. He's been drinking all night. It's 3 a.m. He has no idea what's going on. He can barely stand up.
Yeah, it's how you do. All right, and give me one more minute. I gotta do these last 2 items. God, last 3 items. I rolled 92 and 90, and I gotta find where those are in this fucking list.
Probably at the bottom.
Not quite at the bottom, because there were actually 130 items here.
Oh. We can hand wave that for like post session if you want.
No, just give me a minute.
All right.
I'm almost there. Oh, God. I do not want to know what you guys will do with that one.
Just don't give it to Earth then. Easy.
Exactly.
Oh, God. Well, this one's gonna appeal to Ert. It's rune magic! That's a cursed item! Why would it appear on this? Oh, my fucking God.
No, give me the cursed item. Demands the cursed item. Gimme.
Oh, my fucking God. You know, it might actually be fun for you. Okay, so here are your items. Armor of acid resistance, ion stone of religious knowledge, mace of terror, shard of the cult rune, and shield of missile attraction.
I think Terry's gonna take the Ion Stone of religious knowledge.
Okay.
Immediately takes the shield of missile attraction.
I don't
This is mine
know what
now.
these do. Shard of the cult. What is that? So, I'll grab the shard of the cult
Okay.
room. So we get 5.
No, you only pick one each. You just had a selection of 5.
Oh, okay. Let me double check that then.
Yeah,
Ert
the
was
shard
grabbing
is
the
the
shield.
confusing one.
Ert grabbed the shield. So there's the armor of acid resistance. I don't use armor. There is the mace of terror. I'm not gonna use that. I don't think. Um.
Well, you don't want a mace that screams at people?
My Kensei weapons right now are long swords and longbows. And so if I use something that's not a longsword or a longbow, and that's not a monk weapon, then I get I lose a lot of benefits.
I
Does
do
Terry
want to point
have an
out,
opinion
yeah,
on this? 1 second. Does Terry have an opinion, Becky?
Terry
An
was grabbing the
opinion
stone.
on. Yeah, I was grabbing the ion stones to get more religious knowledge.
Okay.
Numbers, what were you saying?
I do want to mention, just like because of the way the party dynamic works, if Zan were to hold the shield, he would actually be a really effective ranged tank.
It counts as armor though, doesn't it?
Look, you can offer to trade for whatever you get, Zan.
I
But
will
it,
say, Zan, that like the shield doesn't require you to have it equipped in order for its effect to take hold.
okay. I mean, I'm totally down. While holding the shield, you have resistance to damage from ranged attacks.
But
Whenever a ranged weapon attack is made with the target, okay, first causes you to become the target instead. I mean, I'm down if Urt is wanting to give it to me. I'll like wear it on my back.
Yeah, Urt has that, so you choose something else from the list.
I'll get the shard of the cult rune. I think it looks like
okay,
there's some things I can use.
I
There.
don't know why Urt wants the cursed shield, and I'm too afraid to fucking ask.
Urt is just amazed by the fact that he can grab something and it fucking aggroes arrows.
And not only does it aggro arrows, it sticks to you in classic cursed item fashion. You cannot put it down.
Urt is just amazed. This is the best thing ever. This was totally worth trading his spare hammer for.
Uh,
So are you attuning to it?
Yeah, all of
Sure.
these items require attunement.
Because if you attune to it, then you get the curse even when you put the shield down. I mean, I'll have Zan attune to it so that he can be the tank for the rest of the guy.
No. Urt is attuned to it. He doesn't understand it, but he's attuned to it.
Oh
I
no,
don't know why you are like this, Urt.
poor Urt.
It's scientific.
Fucking hell. And we wonder why Urt is constantly the one going down in battle.
eh.
So
Okay.
what are we gonna do with all the meat?
Klein has an idea on that, and he says, "You are hearing the strange sounds of the mushroom folk, yes?
Yes.
Sure.
They make sounds as though they are doing the successful Jägering, the hunting. But
Uh-huh.
I do not hear them taking the kill out of the forest. You know why they are doing the hunting?
Did we take the crab?
No,
No, we didn't get
the
the crab.
crab, it got eaten by the rat.
Ah.
Here
Just
it
Terry,
says,
would you like us to give one of the kills to the mushrooms?
is good idea, because the mushrooms, they have difficult times. They try to be like other societies. They try to stand on even playing field. Nobody takes them seriously. Ugh, they have difficult time of it. Ugh,
They can have the
go ahead.
they can have the ant. We'll give them the ant.
Klein gives a nod and says, "It's a good idea, yes, because they try very hard to be civilized societies. They have so much difficulty. If you are taking them some food, you're getting in good graces. You're showing you're kind people."
Urt would like to inquire into this path.
And
This
just
was a mushroom folk.
Terry nods and goes, "We could give the ant. I mean, it's not like we're gonna eat it."
Urt just doesn't get why them being a society matters.
Klein looks over to Erd and says, "It's because there is a patrol. Is a patrol for the assholes."
And just Terry nods and goes, "We've met them. It's why I've
Have we
been
met
trying
them?
so hard to
Yeah, we did.
be in the good graces of those we meet."
And they're watching you even here.
So if these fungus back backwater fuckers like us, then
Then it shows is you are acting good. It's good person.
Ah, so we're fungus fuckers.
No.
Klein gives a snicker.
Terry's just like, why do you have to use that language?
Or it's
Why?
like, what?
Ert,
What?
Ert, you're a fungus fucker.
Yes?
Okay, moving on. We'll give the, we'll give,
Moving on.
that is all Zan wanted to say. Uh, we'll give the ant to the mushroom folks. Where the rest, I'm gonna have the CRT butcher
Like
and
Earth's proposition is we should take all the dead animals, throw them into a pit, and feed them to Wasty, and then kill the slimes.
or we could make food that doesn't taste like a turkey leg.
Earth just stares at you as like, why?
Because it tastes better, and we will not have no argument here.
What's this taste thing?
We're about to. We will show you. We will show you. We will show you what this taste thing is.
Klein gives a chuckle and says, "You might say that Ert's way of thinking is a little tasteless."
Terry just like, that's an understatement.
Earth's the sort of person who would wear a shirt that says tasteless.
So, Klein gives a gesture and says, "You are doing very good. Wish you luck on your adventures. Also, have you noticed strange birds in the sky?"
Strange birds?
Earth points at the chicken.
"No, in the sky. Full. Dummkopf."
Doomcoat. What are you doing, Doomcoat?
Terry just, well, unfortunately, I'm blind, so no. But
Earth points at
Boingo?
Zan instead.
Mhm.
Zan, you may roll me a perception or a wisdom saving throw. They will be different results.
What
I'll
about
do it.
Boingo?
I'll do a perception.
Boingo does not have the Boingo does not have the history in order to put the pieces together.
15.
Okay.
Zan, you do notice that there is an odd bird that seems to be like lingering way off in the distance, but still in sight.
Is it an owl?
It looks like an owl.
Okay,
Yeah.
then we know what that is.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you forgot.
Me?
Yeah, you out of character forgot?
No. It's that's the patrol.
It is indeed the patrol. And Klein mentions that wherever you go on the surface, the patrol is probably going to be keeping an eye on you. Because, after all, you do have a little bit of interesting importance.
Earth has rolled an 8 and declares the patrol to be useless assholes.
Zan waves at the owl and kind of flicks Ert in the back of the head.
You take
Ert
one damage, go
collapses.
unconscious. Yeah, I'm kidding.
Zan continues to wave at the owl.
Earth continues to be unconscious.
I'm just kidding, you fuck.
If Zan's flick can deal 1 point of damage, then I mean, I guess I'm a monk, right? Like, you got these
Yeah,
fists.
you are.
These fists are strong, yo.
How did my character flip over?
But yeah, so we know we're being watched now. You guys
There you
know.
go.
Terry assumed, and now you know.
Earth doesn't believe you.
Ert's unconscious.
No
though, isn't he?
faction could retain knowledge of the entire area.
Why not?
Otherwise, they'd own the entire place, right?
Klein gives a chuckle and says, "It's not the entire area. It's you."
Yes, Ert, it's you. They're interested in you, Ert.
Yes, Earth agrees.
Of course he does.
It is very good show.
Drag me out of here, minions.
Yeah. Zan motions to Pep and says, "Hey, Pep, Ert's ready to go."
All right. Pep grabs onto Ert's leg and just starts dragging him back.
Zan turns to Klein and says, "Let us know when you've got that whole anti-blindness, anti-cold coughing thing sorted out."
Klein gives a nod and says, "It is taking some time, but you are not worrying about it, yes? Is next session.
So we have a lot of dead animals. What are we doing with them?
I told you we're butchering them.
Butchering them, making them into supplies, or donating them to the mushroom people.
Just the
We're
ant.
taking the ant at least.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
ant goes to mushroom. What else do we got? We got so let me go over kills. We got pig, we got weasel, we got snake, we got crow, and anything else?
The
Frog.
time.
Pig.
And time. Okay.
Yeah, the
okay.
giant plant thing that seemed tasty, but we could hand that over to the mushrooms too.
We should keep the
It's
time for the
mostly
herbs.
eh,
It should
eh.
it's like a lot of herbs, right?
So let's say that our forces are working on the pig and the thyme, and we have all these other animals to do shit with.
I think we should give them the time because we only have so much, like, no pun intended, but time and resources to butcher so many animals.
Yeah,
I
what
would-
is Klein
And I
interested
want to
in?
focus on the meat more than living vegetation.
Klein, if you ask him, he would actually like some of those herbs because it's very difficult for him to actually reach down to the ground and pick something tasty without Hun going in and trying to peck at it herself.
So
Then
we should probably offer some to time. I mean, it's a giant animal, so it's
yeah,
not like
like
it's a
maybe
huge
give
waste.
half. Give half of it. I want to keep some just because like we need herbs, dang it. We need seasoning, please.
How about a fourth of it to Klein and a fourth of it to the mushrooms so that we still have half?
Okay. I'm also willing to give up the weasel. The meat of the weasel. I want to keep the skin for reasons.
Bird is willing to give up Terry and Zan.
Ert's unconscious.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm dead set on keeping the snake and the weasel skin. The entire snake and the weasel skin, but I'm totally down for giving up either the crow or the frog if we wanted to get rid of some more things.
Klein has one more offer in exchange for the care and consideration that you're giving him.
Hmm.
He offers to restore 2 spell slots to Terry and in any combination that you choose.
Ooh. Well, that essentially just restores all of Terry's spells.
Yeah,
didn't
Erd
use
spends all the spells on
in
Grace.
levels.
Yeah, you'll get your spell slots back next level, but the thing is that you're not getting to next level this session. So Klein is offering a bit of a stopgap. He says something about nonsense with sorcery points.
Erd has no opinion.
Terry's willing. I mean, he's only got like 2 spell slots himself that need to be replenished. The rest were all
Cantrips.
cantrips.
So the real question is, do you actually care enough about Ert's well-being to give him spell slots?
No.
Okay. So it's 2 total, right? Split between both of them.
Yes.
So either Terry gets 2 or 1.
No, Terry gets 2.
Okay, Terry gets 2.
Erd refuses to accept spell slots from anyone but Keighty.
Your one true love.
Exactly.
Okay, so Klein gestures Terry over, and there is a very weird sequence of events that proceeds. It involves you having to hold Klein's weird hand with metal fingers. It does not feel comfortable when Terry has no idea why it's like that.
Yeah, and that hand is as big as, if not bigger than, like Terry's head. So it's a very, very big hand.
Yes. But regardless, Terry recovers 2 spell slots. Go ahead and add those to your sheet. Make sure to mark it down.
Yep.
All right, and with that, we return once more to the map page.
I guess we're gonna go drop off stuff at the spores.
Yes, you are encouraged to head that direction. You might just send like a little diplomatic delegation to decide to fuck off somewhere else. It's up to you. But regardless, we're going to end the session on that note. And I will say, Zan and Terry, between sessions, do have their blindness and coal spitting cured.
Yay!
Jinx.
Terry finally looks at and can see him and goes, "What happened to you?"
Science.
Yeah,
Erd is a martyr to science.
he really is.
Okay, and with that, we end off this session. Thank you all for attending. Thank you all for having so much fun in the Roaring Wood. And thank you all for allowing me to be horribly cruel to Urt.
Oh, anytime.
Urt deserves it in every sense.
We still have to give Urt some character development. He needs to learn one day.
He got a lot of character development. He learned animals.
Urt and his shield of missile attraction are ready.
Oh no.
Okay, you giant nerds. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you for playing, and take care of yourselves.
Yes, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.